I bet a bunch of y'all lost money thinking Judgment Day was gonna win tonight, though. Let's go. You feel me? You feel me?
Real glass. Go cry me a river.
From the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, the American Nightmare staring at the WrestleMania sign, realizing there's one more step to immortality.
Kyrie has something that I want, and I'm coming to take that from his life, and that is global recognition of who I am. And you can bank on my name.
Roman Reigns, écoute-moi bien. Demain soir, t'es chez moi, tabarnak. Tomorrow night, it's not just Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Tomorrow night, it's Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn and the entire city of Montreal. Roman, you are going down.
Today I terminated Phil Brooks, CM Punk, for cause. I've been producing them on this network for nearly 4 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
This is the biggest thing R.E. Emanuel and Vince McMahon have ever done.
So guess what? You out. And I'm out too. Oh my God! London, England! What a moment! What a night! Because tonight, we're going to thank you, 81,035 fans. The landscape of SmackDown is changed forever because Rhea Ripley is in charge.
This past week, we lost two beloved members of our WWE family. Hall of Famer Terry Funk and the one and only Bray Wyatt.
I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money.
And now it's time for the Big Fat Quiz of the Year 2023. And here's your host, Martin Bushby.
Yeah!
Hi, Martin. Can you just unmute yourself, please? Do you want me to play that intro again? Shall we hear it a third time?
No, mate.
All right. Let's just pretend we've just finished the intro and we can do some little editing. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm Martin. This is the Big Fat Wrestling Quiz of the Year. I apologize for being on mute. Let's get underway with our first team. You'll know them both from their wonderful world of the Grapple podcast. We've got Benno and Matty Edwards. Merry Christmas, lads.
Merry Christmas, Martin. Great to be back. 3 years in a row. It wouldn't be a stream with us on it, but it didn't go like this. But yeah, let's go. I feel at home, mate. This is what we do on Grapple every week.
How are you feeling though? Like you said, it's your third year in a row, Benno. Third year's a charm. I mean, you've won the other two. Are you feeling the pressure?
I don't know, those bribes that I sent you the last couple of years. I haven't quite got the money this year. It's been good on Grapple Patreon, but Matty's been taking too much of a bigger cut of it. So we'll see how much I've managed to sway you this year. But no, it's been like last 2 years. I've had different partners every year as well. So you know, it's mixing it up again. But Matty at first thought that we've been forced together. I chose Matty for this one because I think the special subject of WWE is going to help us. And I also think the fact that Matty's got that competitive streak in him that we all saw last year, I think that's going to help too. But will the mega powers explode behind the scenes? That's going to be more.
I still can't believe you chose me, to be fair, Benno, but with Martin agreeing with it, then I trust you now.
We've already been arguing in the backstage chat, so we'll see how this goes tonight.
So what team name have you come up with us tonight?
Well, what did we settle on, Ben? Do you want to announce it?
We settled on team grapple, did we? I was thinking maybe the grapple powers explode kind of works. Maybe I don't know. I'll let you take the final shout on it.
No, go with that then. The grapple powers explode. Let's go with that.
There we go. That's us.
The grapple powers explode. Absolutely love it. So next up, you'll know her from a post-wrestling show Collision Course and him from his regular appearances on Post for the New Japan reviews and also his monthly show Postmarks. It's Kate from Montreal and Bruce Lord. How's it going, guys? All ready for the big quiz tonight?
Absolutely. Ready to go. Raring for it.
So far, so good. Still recovering from COVID. Might need to take a nap mid-show, which I'm sure will be great for your listeners.
Oh, no. Yeah, I've forgotten you got COVID from that AEW show, wasn't it, Kate?
I wish I could. Yes, that is, definitely. Like, I had heard their merch was shitty, but this really was much worse than I was expecting.
Oh dear! I hope you're feeling soon. I hope you're feeling better soon. But what team name have you got for us this year? I can't wait for this one. Always an interesting team name from you guys.
I'm pretty proud of this one. Going with Heels of the Nephilim as our kind of gothy reference from a couple of years ago, switching it up in a much more industrial vein. And I'm posting this in the private chat, so if you need to copy and paste it, into the graphics or anything like that, Martin, we are going with Einstutzente Danhausen, which for the 3 people who understand that reference, I'm sure it'll get a pop from them. If you're not aware,
3 people, and we're 2 of them, babe.
Yes, yeah. If Corey's watching this, he'll get a kick out of that. But if you're not aware, Einstutzente Neubauten is when people talk about industrial music being angry Germans banging metal together. This is what they're talking about. So anyway, pretty proud of this one.
Awesome name. Didn't have a clue what you meant until you clarified it for me there, but absolutely brilliant. Great to have you on board for back again for this year. So. Last, but most certainly not least, he's the head honcho. He's one of the head honchos, rather, of the Poison Rana Network. And his partner is my co-host on Eagles Don't Hunt Flies. It's, of course, Davie Portman, Brandon from New Jersey. How's it going, lads? Last year, you guys teamed up. Second time's a charm?
Yeah, I don't know how this keeps happening to me.
I may or may not have been late, and I may or may not have delayed this show because of my incompetence. But I'm here and present.
We're off to a good start. I may or may not have pressed live, and Martin may or may not have pressed unmute. So we can all take a little bit of the blame. So off to a good start here.
It's all good. But you can save us all, Brandon, with I'm sure you've come up with a brilliant team name this year. What was it last year? Steven Seagal Lawman. What have you got this year to top that one?
Oh man, have you heard his albums? Oh, they're tremendous.
I've heard one of them. Very good.
Brandon, what did you go with?
Well, I wanted to clear it with you, but you didn't give me an answer.
Yeah, no, I'm good with it. All
right, we're gonna run it. We're gonna call ourselves Team AKP, the Turkish Republic Neo Gulanis Party. We're going Team AKP.
Wow, and we thought Kate and Bruce had an unpronounceable name. What the fuck is that all about? Davey don't even know what his own team name is.
I was too busy setting this up, and I was just like, cool, whatever, Brandon. So what, AKP? Team AKP, and then he underneath put LFG. So yeah, Team AKP LFG. Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's just go with Team LFG. There we go. That's a lot better pronounced. So anyway, let's get on with this thing. Pretty simple setup. Questions are going to run from January to December, and we'll also be chatting about, some of the notable things that have happened in this year in between questions. And we'll also have some special guests dropping in to ask some of these questions. But before we get started, please, I know everyone gets a bit excited, but no answers in the chat room. We don't want to be giving these guys any more help, do we? So without further ado, let's get going with your starter for one. We're on January. And for 1 point, what was the main event of New Japan New Year's Dash on the 5th of January?
That's on you, that one, Benno.
See, I kind of feel in years gone by, a lot more people, because you used to have a lot more angles and stuff at New Year's Dash, and I thought, oh, no one's gonna know this
Matty
one.
passing the buck off already.
You know me, Brandon.
Brandon, we're doing this on WhatsApp, by the way. So
absolutely, I just got your. I got.
Okay.
Has any New Japan crossed your eyes this year, Matty?
I did watch Omega v Osprey from that event, so that's the only match I've seen, Martin.
Yeah, good match. One of the best of the year, in fact.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was a good one. Need to see the rematch, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So hopefully we'll get that at Wembley next year.
Yep.
Right, I think we've had enough time. So, Kate and Bruce, what was the main event of New Japan New Year's Dash on the 5th of January?
We've got a couple of guesses for this. I think we might be correct in going with the ad hoc tag team of Omega and Okada taking on Jeff Cobb and the Great Okan.
And Benno and Matty?
Is that not a typo? The first. So we've got Okada and Omega versus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Is that read that as it said? Yeah, versus Cobb and Henare.
And Davie and Brandon.
Yeah, we struggled here. We went with Okada and Tanahashi versus the United Empire.
And Bruce, can you remind me again who you said Okada and Omega were facing?
We had Cobb and Okan, but I think Matty could be right. I don't remember now.
Yeah, I'm afraid Benno and Matty are the only ones with the points there. It was indeed Okada and Omega versus United Empire, Henare and Jeff Cobb. So well done, lads, for first point in the bank there.
You know what else happened
job,
in
Matty.
January 2023? The
What was that,
40th
Brandon?
annual AVN Awards.
Of course you bring that up. Why not?
Joe Biden classified documents incident that also happened in 2023 in January. The floods in California and who could forget the Chinese balloon in 2023.
Of course, who could forget that? I don't think any of those things are going to help you with this quiz tonight, but well remembered on all those real world things, Brandon. On to question 2 for January. On January the 7th, which former WWE and Impact wrestler made their return to MLW to challenge Davie Richards for the Openweight Championship at the Blood and Thunder pay-per-view? And I need their MLW name that they used in MLW. So someone who's been around the block quite a bit made their triumphant return to MLW in January. I kind of feel like this is a gimme for you, Bruce. I feel like MLW is something you're watching year in, year out.
I've fallen off the world of MLW over the last couple of years. You know, it never stops. It spins around, and eventually I just kind of got spun off of its axis. And you know, with the Riddle news coming out today, we'll see if Court Bauer's ability, his preternatural ability to keep, let's say, some of the more cantankerous and difficult to deal with wrestlers kind of boxed in. You know, we'll see if he's able to do that with Riddle after the incredible run that he had with Mr. Hart a few years ago. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Seems to be a whisperer for like awful wrestlers, doesn't he, Court Bauer? Low Key, Teddy Hart, Matt Riddle.
It's not a wrestling promotion. It's just a running press release. Every couple of weeks, I get something in my inbox.
It's an NFT.
More of them than
NFT.
And they had like 50 million sort of like TV deals in the UK at this point now, Benno, I think.
Pretty much, yeah. All of the Sky channels that you want to be a part. Basically, like the Men and Motors equivalents of 2023. They're everywhere.
Right. So who made their dynamic return to MLW on January the 7th? We will go with Benno and Matty first.
Go on, Matty, you got this one.
You trusted me with this. Yeah. It is Johnny Fusion we're going for.
And Kate and Bruce?
That's probably correct. We were torn between a couple of names, and we're kind of going to go with EC3. But I think that sounds correct.
And Davie and Brandon.
Yeah, we're going to go with Johnny Fusion.
Yep, and points there for Davie and Brandon and Benno and Matty. Rather.
I prefer Martin. That's a good one.
You are sorry.
I like Benny. That's a good name. That might start calling.
Hopefully that don't catch on. Sorry, Benno.
Well, we can make you the singular jet, just like Jericho right now, I guess. Then.
And third question for January. Which WWE tag team had to drop their team name after the company learned it was similar to that of an adult entertainment company? And I want the name of the team, not the wrestlers.
Same month as the AVN Awards, too.
Oh, you've got this one then, Brandon. Oh.
Yes, absolutely.
I can't think.
In the bag, baby. Let's go.
I love that this isn't even the first time this has happened. Like I was just in the chat, like mentioning another name to Kate, and it was like, oh no, that one happened a couple of years previous to this one. Yeah.
So repeat the question again, please, Martin, if you could.
Yep, it's which WWE tag team had to drop their team name after the company learned it was similar to that of an adult entertainment company? And it's the name of the team you want, not the wrestlers in the team, obviously.
Just the team name.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure they knew what they were doing. It was just the higher ups didn't. Like they knew what they were doing with this one.
Right, Kate and Bruce, we'll go with you guys first.
I think that one was the Banger Brothers.
And Matty and Benno.
Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I worked backwards on that one. I was thinking, what a famous like porn sites. Bang Bros. Oh yeah, Banger Bros. Banger Bros.
And Davie and Brandon.
Go for it, Brandon.
The Banger Bros, man.
Excellent. Points all around then, and Kate and Bruce are on the scoreboard with that one. Yes, it was the Banger Bros team of Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Yeah, and Davey, they sort of like made a joke about it on commentary, didn't they? I think they kind of knew what they were doing with that one. You know, made out like they were surprised about it. Right, last question for January. On January the 23rd, WWE presented Raw is 30, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Raw. So the highest rated Raw of all time was on the 10th of May, 1999, with a huge 8.1 rating. But what was the 6-man tag that main evented that Raw of 10th of May, 1999? 1 point available here. You've got to get everyone in this 6-man tag.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. This is neither about 2023 nor January.
Oh,
yeah, there are going to be some stinkers thrown in here. They all can't be as easy as the first couple. I would have thought this would have been a gimme for you, Matty. I thought you go back and watch these old Raws and stuff, don't you?
Oh, he typed quickly in our chat. That came up before you finished asking the question there.
Got to trust myself here, Martin. I was quick to the board there. Like, got to trust you
on that one.
Haven't you?
Sorry, what date, Martin?
It was. Are you typing this into Google by any
I was going to say, David.
No,
my friend.
I'm just trying to remember injuries and things from that year.
10th of May, 1999. I'm not sure whether
we're talking about a 3-on-3 here, not like 3 teams.
Yeah, 3-on-3. Yeah. It's usually around this point of the quiz, Bruce, where you tell everyone that you haven't watched any WWE this year. Is that true?
I mean, I think I kind of take it for read as given. I was thinking about it. I'm pretty sure that the Walter versus Dragunov match that happened on NXT UK like 2.5 years ago would have been the actual last bell-to-bell match that I watched in its entirety. And, you know, it makes me generally a more chilled out and relaxed, wrestling fan. But it means that I'm going to be absolute crap, on a quiz like this. But I'm just happy to be here.
What about UK? Have you been checking out much WWE?
No, I haven't
No.
watched. Earlier this year, I kind of walked away for various reasons, but yeah. So the wisdom of Bruce and I being together here is a little questionable, to say the least.
It'll be how many of those Pollock news stories have you read this year? That'll be it, won't it?
Yeah.
Right, so we'll go with Davie and Brandon first. What main evented that May 99 Raw?
I don't know if I've got all 6 here, but I think it's something like Undertaker, Big Show, and Triple H taking on The Rock, Austin, and Mankind.
And Kate and Bruce.
And I think like Shawn Michaels was the ref or something like that.
I was sort of torn between going for, some sort of like kind of, all-star royal sampler like the one that Davie mentioned, and something resembling actual teams that might be involved. So in the interests of not having to come up with 6 names from the era, I'm sure it's wrong, but we're going to go with the Hardys and Lita plus the Dudleys and Spike.
Oh, come on, Brewdog. Come on, pick a real one. Come on.
And Benno and Matty?
I've got... I'll go. Oh, you two go on. No, go on. You go.
Yeah, this is all Matty's work. This, by the way, Vince, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus apparently Triple H, The Undertaker, and Shane McMahon. I'll be shocked if this is wrong.
And Matty, I knew that immediately. You're the only one that's got it right. Well done. Yes, it was Austin, The Rock, and Vince against Shane, The Undertaker, and Triple H. Well done, mate.
Bravo. Good
wow.
Stuff.
I didn't think anybody. I didn't even think Matty would even be able to remember that. Fantastic work there. Wow. Yeah.
What's Sean
I wonder
the
if that's. I've not got that down, but he might have been. Yeah.
What was that, Ben?
So
was Sean the ref, like Davie said?
Ooh.
Or he was commissioner or something. I think he put it together, maybe. Or
he was in and out, wasn't he, Davie? Around
yeah,
he was definitely.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Well remembered. Well remembered there, Matty. Right, we've got our first guest as we move into February. Who's got our first question for February?
John Cino here with a question for the Big Fat Wrestling Quiz. Who had this to say about MJF? He's a real piece of shit. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't know why he's a champion. He'll cry about it to Tony. Then I'll get an email from Mega and HR. You can't be calling a world champion a piece of shit. Well, if he doesn't act like a piece of shit, I won't call him that. He's a lowlife. He's a young kid who thinks he knows it all, and he doesn't. Fuck him. I don't give a shit. What are they going to do, fire me? Okay, I'll work somewhere and make money.
Thanks to John for that fantastic work, mate. That was brilliant. Merry Christmas to you, mate. You've done some brilliant work this year. So, yeah, we all heard the quote then, but who had all of that to say about MJF in February?
Have you read your message, Ben?
Yeah.
Do you not think it's him?
No.
Okay.
I've got 2 guesses. Let me see.
Certainly wasn't very happy about MJF, was he? Okay, I think we've had enough time there. So, Kate and Bruce, who was saying all that about MJF?
Well, a couple of years ago, there was some similar vitriol being directed at a different member of the AEW roster. So we're gonna go with that same fellow and presume that it might be one Eddie Kingston dropping some bars on Maxwell there.
And Benno and Matty?
You decide, Ben.
Yeah, I think this is wrong now that they've said that, but we'll go with what we got written down. I said Bobby Fish, but now that I think about it, maybe that meltdown was last year and not this year.
And Brandon and Davie.
Brandon?
We're going to roll with Eddie Kingston for the win. Bob.
Yep, that was indeed Eddie Kingston. And when I asked John to record that, he said he was doing his best not to sound like Eddie Kingston, because obviously got like,
sounded like
similar
DJ
New
Khaled.
York accent.
Fellow New Yorker, yeah.
It sounded like DJ Khaled, actually.
Right, on to the second question for February. At TNA No Surrender, Josh Alexander defeated Rich Swann to retain the Impact World Championship, becoming the longest reigning heavyweight champion in company history. But how long did he hold the belt for in total? How many days did he hold the belt for? Closest or bang on will get the point for this one.
And sorry, that's at the time that he beat Swan?
No, all together.
Oh, total.
Sorry.
Total.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yep. So
as a good proctor that you are.
At TNA No Surrender, Josh Alexander defeated Rich Swann to retain his Impact World Championship, becoming the longest reigning heavyweight champion in company history. But how long did he hold the belt for in total? So he was the longest reigning champion in company history, and he held it for this amount of time. How many days did he hold it for? Is Impact something you've been keeping up with this year, Brandon?
Oh, you know it, man. You know it from pillar to post. I am Impact.
I thought you were Brandon, but
I may be him too. This is TNA.
Are you excited for it to be going back to TNA then?
I actually laughed really hard when that ended of that pay-per-view happened. And they opened the box, and it was the old TNA logo.
They should have had a Feast or Fire match to decide whether it stayed as Impact or TNA, shouldn't they?
I thought Braun
TNA
Strowman was going to come out of that river or that lake of reincarnation.
Right. Anyway, so Benno and Matty will go with you guys first. How many days did Josh Alexander hold the Impact World Championship for?
We're already arguing in the backstage on this one. I'm going to put my neck out for this. I think it was near a year, but less. So I'm going to guess 345.
Kate and Bruce?
Very close to what we had. We had 350 down. Impact not exactly known for their especially lengthy title reigns.
No. And Davie and Brandon?
I'm going to do it as the voice of God from TNA. And the title reign was 335 days.
Whoa, that voice really helped you because you're absolutely spot on there, Brandon. That was 335 days. I thought Benno and Matty were heading away with the points there, but the comeback is on. Wow, well done,
Mr.
mate.
Impact. Well done.
Oh, I know. He wasn't lying. We all thought he was being sarcastic when he said he was Mr. Impact. But I'm going to start calling you Impact from now on. Well done, mate. Commiserations, everyone else. Right, so we're on to question 3 now, aren't we? Of February. Which current AEW star appeared for Progress Wrestling at their Chapter 150 event When the Man Comes Around?
Were they a AEW talent at the time?
They were I think they were on the verge, or they just signed around the time. That's a big clue, yeah.
Okay.
There was umming and ahhing at the time about whether they were actually going to be able to fulfill this booking. Great work on the Poison Rana Christmas party last night, Davey. That was a ton of fun. Especially, I'm good that I didn't get to stick around for that game where it was kind of like everyone had to be a wrestler, and then the person came in and had to guess their. And you had Nate Milton as a CM Punk, and then who was it playing Jungle Boy? Chris Elliott.
Oh, yeah, Chris Elliott. It got a lot harder later. We played it again at the end of the show and we were a lot meaner with who we gave to who. But I think Matty stole the show with his scouse pissed off Bret Hart looking for Vince. Excellent.
I've not caught up to that bit yet. I'm looking forward to that now.
Oh, it's very, very good stuff. But yeah, we had a whole lot of fun yesterday.
It looked
we were
fun.
really happy with how it went.
It's a shame I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Oh man, Neil did a great CM Punk impression, but maybe he sounded a bit more like WH Park. It was fantastic.
Right, so Benno and Matty, which AW star was at Progress in February?
That's Can I go for it as the Progress correspondent, Matty? As a big fan. I was originally going to say Eddie Kingston, but when you said they just signed, I think it's Leo Rush.
And Kate and Bruce?
We really had a difficulty with this one. We're going with Jay White, but I don't think it's correct.
And Davie and Brandon?
This is all Brandon, and I think he might have this one. So go for it, Brandon.
I was really torn between picking Leo Rush, but I'm gonna go with my heart, and I'm gonna say Nick Wayne.
And your heart's correct there, mate. That is the point in the
on.
back for you. Yeah, it wasn't Nick Wayne. Yeah, I'm sure it was kind of like they'd announced him, and then I'm sure around that time he signed for AEW, so people were questioning whether he was going to actually make the booking or not. I'm sure that's what happened. I'm sure some British wrestling historian will correct me on that, but I'm sure that's what happened. But well done, lads.
I think he's been signed by AEW for a while, but they were waiting for him to turn 18 or something like that. I think he signed with them when he was 16.
Yeah, he did. He signed. Darby Allin brought him a contract at a Defy show, I think.
And I would have seen him up here in Vancouver like a month before he made his TV debut. So yeah.
Excellent. Right. Oh, right. So he was assigned for a bit, and then they just sort of like farmed him out to Indies like Progress. Right. Get it now.
So you want to hear what happened in World Events in February of 2023?
No, not really, but I'm sure you're going to tell us anyway.
Never mind it. No, go ahead. Next question.
Right, last question for February, and we had Mercedes Monave, and she made her debut for New Japan at Battle in the Valley, defeating Kairi Sane. But what was her last WWE televised match before this one?
Oh.
Do you, Matt?
Wow.
So it was a while before this one. You haven't got to say what the show was or anything. You can just say what the match was. Are you leaning more towards the Mercedes Moné will sign with WWE or AEW now, Kate, or are you not bothered about all this anymore?
Logically, I can see her going back to AEW or to WWE. I don't know. I think in her case, she may just want to continue to be a kind of a free agent. I think that's really like she continues to command a huge premium for her for her services, and I almost think that increases as she goes along. She is she's a feature performer. She's going to be she's going to be a big star wherever.
I think there's an outside chance that she could be at a short-term level, she could be the person that Impact is making a bunch of noise about, because really, who else is there that's out there? She spends a year in Impact, builds her stock back up, and then kind of reevaluates the lay of the land.
I thought it was Matt Riddle.
Oh God.
No. Court just slid into the DMs just like the Dodgers taking Ohtani away from my Jays there. Yeah.
Still bitter about that, Bruce.
That's not going away. I'm remembering this till I'm in the ground. Yeah.
Oh dear. Right then. So Davie and Brandon, what was Sasha Banks as she was at the time? What was her last match in WWE?
This is difficult. I'm assuming it's a tag match, but I remember a lot of their beef was that they were the tag champions, but then they were being booked in singles matches. So I'm going to go with Sasha and Naomi taking on Natalya and Shayna Baszler.
And Kate and Bruce?
I think that they've got it. I think it was her and Naomi / Trinity versus Natalya and Shayna.
That's what Matty said.
Benno and Matt.
Yeah, I was thinking of all tag teams like that got through together, and I'd say exactly the same.
Excellent points all round there, guys. Well remembered, everyone. That was 13th of May 2022. So great memories on everybody there. I thought that was a for sure fire. No one's going to remember. Like I knew everyone would remember that she was tagging, but not who they were against. So
Natalya's been partners with everyone on the roster, so it's like trying to piece together who should be at the time.
Right, on to March now. And which wrestler went viral sitting a New York Knicks game, seemingly ignoring the person they were sat with, even though it looked like they were talking to them? This was everywhere, all over the New York Post, all over the sports pages, all over Twitter, X rather, Facebook, everything.
You got this, Brandon, right?
Yeah. This seems like a Brandon question, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I've got this. I think.
You got it, Matty. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Positivity, Brandon. We've got it. We've got it.
March is a good month, too. It's a month for the Aries, baby. Fucking go.
This is one of those things where you see it getting memed by people who absolutely have no idea who it is.
100%, Davie.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the Vince McMahon one that's going around where he's like that.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere right now.
So
he's crying over the Undertaker.
Is that what it's from?
It's not Vince Senior. Yes, the Undertaker.
It's from The Last Ride, and they're like, "So, how do you feel about the Undertaker?" And he's all choked up, and he's like, "I can't cut the camera."
I love the music accompaniment that goes with that.
It's been memed so much, I actually forgotten what the original clip was from. That's hilarious. Right, so Matty and Benno, who went viral sitting in a New York Knicks game, seemingly ignoring the person they were sat with?
It's Liv Morgan.
Kate and Bruce.
We were going with somebody who had some recognition outside of wrestling, so we were wondering if it was Cena, but I guess not.
And Davie and Brandon.
Yeah,
Liv Morgan for the win.
Yep, that was the first time she went viral this year after recent events. But yeah, it was Liv Morgan. Yeah, because she even had to do a bunch of interviews about it because the man she was sat with was Justin Scalassi. Sorry if I butchered his name. He's some kind of WWE live events executive, and she said she wasn't ignoring him. She was just focusing on the game. So there you go. And on to the second question for March. And of course, this is the first time his game brought up in the quiz. I can't believe we made it to March and not mentioned that man, CM Punk, because he took to Instagram this month saying he thought Mox's Rocky 3 idea for their match sucked, and now Mox said he wouldn't lose to him. But what had Punk previously revealed happened to him in a match with Dean Ambrose on an episode of SmackDown in December 2013?
That's got to be you, Benno.
Can I abstain from this question since I'm on a DD?
Got it.
Now, if you watched the Poison Rana Christmas party yesterday,
I know, I'd
this
already
answer
written
was
this
actually on
question.
it. Yeah.
Where did WH Park come from?
World Heavyweight Champion WH Park on the stream right now.
Hey, WH. And so go on then, Davie and Brandon. What did Punk say that happened to him in a match with Dean Ambrose on SmackDown in 2013?
He shat himself.
And Kate and Bruce.
That's what we came up with too.
And Benno and Matty.
As Benno sent me the message, he shit his kecks.
Of course he did. Yep, he did. He defecated himself, tweeting, "Just shit my britches on SmackDown, please RT," before WWE forced him to delete that, and he replaced it with, "This poop just ain't fun anymore." And then I also think he talked about it on the Colt Cabana podcast because there was a reason why he shit himself. Some of the stuff that the doctor, the Z pack or whatever. But yeah. So, yeah, I had already done that month, Davie, when I listened to it this morning. I was like, I'm not fucking changing it now. So, but I can't believe you got Nate Milton to play that character of all people, CM Punk shitting himself. Of all people, fucking Nate Milton. Anyway, third question for March. And which independent wrestling promotion made Chris Hero their matchmaker? So Chris Hero seemed to be around a lot this year in sort of like backstage roles and things like that. But this indie made him their matchmaker, and he made some good matches by the looks of it. Not had a chance to check them out, but on paper they look pretty good. Is Hero someone that you think's done in the ring now, Benno?
I don't know. It's like it's been a thing like in the years since he's been retired. Oh, anytime there's a mystery man in AEW or anyone else, you think he's coming back now. It'd make Jamesy happy if it happens. It'd make me happy if it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he likes to pick and choose. So he's had a couple of matches, hasn't he? So we'll see if he actually does something full time.
He played at
He raised
KG
him up.
after
Matty hates him.
the comeback match.
Cassius
The
Ohno.
original Roman Reigns in the Shield, wasn't he? Should have got that
Oh,
spot, I reckon.
that would have been the worst decision of all time.
More like
Ever.
fascist. Oh no, am I right?
Good man for the business, though, hasn't he, Benno? So I get told all the time. No, but he is, and I could shoot interviews. He is knowledgeable about wrestling history. I do like listening to him. Yeah, he is. Do love listening to him.
He's the oracle of pro wrestling, pretty much, right?
I kind of feel like Matty's just seen a bunch of Chris Hero in IWA Mid-South matches in the barn and gone, no,
I've seen the 93-minute stuff, Martin. I've seen all that back in the day. Where he took suplexes and he was feeling his finger. You know, that's how he's shelling and that. The details, isn't it? Come on.
That Brit Reverend Martin.
Oh yeah, that's undefeated. That. I mean, it's not hard, but yeah, that is undefeated as far as Brit Wrest goes. But
we won't mention who he wrestled, but it was great when it happened.
Yeah. Hey, he wrestled Shibata and Ishii. We can name them too. Sure. They're okay. Right. Anyway, so Kate and Bruce, which indie did Chris Hero become the matchmaker for?
That would be West Coast Pro.
And Benno and Matty.
West Coast Pro.
Davie and Brandon.
West Coast Pro.
Well done. Points all around. It was West Coast Pro. I think he also matchmaked himself against Tim Thatcher there recently. So
yeah,
looking forward to seeing that one. I mean, that's a James
match
through that one. Yeah, exactly. So last question for March, and this was the month that WWE 2K23 was released on the 14th of March to be precise, and Super Cena, yeah, that is a fucking character you can play in WWE 2K23, was the highest rated character with a whopping 100 rating, even higher than Roman Reigns. But who is the lowest rated playable character with a rating of 64? So of all the wrestlers in WWE 2K23, who's got the lowest rating playable character? Do you still play any of the games, Davey? I know you and Braden were having a bit of a run on some of the 2Ks, weren't you?
Yeah, we go through phases. Like, obviously not as much as during like the pandemic and the lockdowns, but we'll set up the PlayStation every now and then and have some games. We like doing which a match that pretty much NXT does now is like a 5-way Iron Man match is always quite fun. Falls count anywhere, 15 minutes, like things like that, pretty fun to do.
Yeah, I can imagine it's similar to playing the AEW game. It's great to play with friends, but as far as like, you know, playing a career mode, I mean, probably not the best anymore.
Yeah, I just don't really have the time to play single player things anymore. I'd rather just pick up a controller with some mates.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so Davey and Brandon, who had the lowest rating on WWE 2K23?
I'm back and better than ever. It's Eric Bischoff, man.
Kate and Bruce.
Bischoff is playable. I had no idea about that. I was trying to remember if this was this year or the last year, but we were going to go with Natalia because if I'm remembering correctly, there was a bit of a dust up where there was she or somebody else was complaining online about the power rating, and it turned into a little bit of a tempest in a teapot for a minute there.
Oh, no, if you remember, Bruce, that was a question off last year. But Benno and Matty?
Smirched the boat.
Go on, Matt.
Are we going with the one I said? Do you reckon? I don't know if he was around though last year. We've got
go with my one,
Reggie.
I reckon.
Oh,
okay.
What did you say? Go on. Go on. We'll go with Reggie.
Reggie, go on.
You're going with Reggie? Well, yeah. I'm afraid it's only Davey and Brandon that have got the point on that one. Yeah, it was Eric Bischoff. He is a playable character, and he has got the lowest rating of 64 in WWE 2K23. So, well done, lads.
Brandon, can I just say, you're making up for last year. You're carrying me right now. I had no idea Eric Bischoff was in this game, and I own the game.
You sure they didn't give him a rating?
There's still 9
they didn't
months
give him a rating of 83 just for symbolic sake? No? He'll tell you about it.
Oh, yeah.
Will he ever?
Even if you don't ask him. Right, moving on to April now, and GCW held their Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame on the 2nd of April. But which 6 wrestlers were inducted? You'll get a point for each wrestler. So 6 wrestlers, GCW's 2nd annual Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame on April the 2nd. I'm assuming this happened over Mania weekend. It's something that GCW have done over Mania weekend. 6 people.
Sorry, it's Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame, yeah?
Yeah, the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame, yeah. Some legends of indie wrestling, past and present.
Are we needing all 6 for 1 point, or are we getting like partial?
No, you get a point per each name. So good time to make some points up here, Bruce and Kate. Mania weekend been on your radar much this year, Benno? I know it used to be something you used to cover sort of like real in depth, but are you sort of like tapping out on it now?
It's a really sad state of affairs because it used to be about GCW and Ring of Honor and all these great indie stuff, and now it's like WrestleMania is probably the best show in a Mania weekend. Used to have takeovers as well. Do that too. Now I've got to actually watch WrestleMania. I hate it. Matty loves it. Yeah. Oh, gutted.
So we got 3 there, Ben. Any more?
Have we?
Right. That's enough time. So Kate and Bruce will go with you guys first. What names for this GCW Hall of Fame?
I think we're kind of blurring the first and the second years together, so I don't know exactly which of these are this year and which of these are last year. But we had Excalibur, Jimmy Jacobs, Lufisto, Homicide, and Christopher Daniels.
And Benno and Matty?
I'll try, because I've got one extra I haven't said to you, Matty. I think Christopher Daniels, definitely. Excalibur. Tracy Smothers, I think, was this year. Paul London. And how many more have we got? 2 more?
There's 3 more. We've got 3 females down, Benno. So do you want to go with like 2 of them, maybe?
Yeah, go on. We'll say cheerleader Melissa and Daphne.
And Davie and Brandon.
I'll let you go for it, Brandon.
Christopher Daniels, Mike Modest, cheerleader Melissa, Excalibur, Paul London.
Is that it? 5? Say 5 or 4?
Did I say 5?
You said cheerleader Melissa, Christopher Daniels, who else did you say? Mike Modest, Jimmy Jacobs. Excalibur. No, sorry, Excalibur, Paul London, and Jimmy Jacobs.
Yes.
Is that what we're going for?
Yes. So well done, everybody. I think you all got 4 points there. So the full rundown was cheerleader Melissa, Christopher Daniels, Excalibur, Jimmy Jacobs, Mike Modest, and Paul London. Yeah, so I think between all of you, you said all of them there. So well done. All points for everyone there. And on to the next question. Which former TNA champion returned for the Impact Rebellion event on April the 17th as a guest commentator for the main event between Steve Macklin and Kushida?
Say that again, please, Matt.
Yeah. So, which former TNA champion returned for the Impact Rebellion event on April the 17th as a guest commentator for the main event between Steve Macklin and Kushida?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got that.
Ooh. No idea.
I like your honesty, Ben.
You're not being called Impact on top of Brand. Have you been checking out much Impact, Benno?
To an extent, like when the pay-per-views do come round, we probably did review this because the pay-per-views are always good, always, and the TV is fine. I think, 2024, it's like fitting it in, but I'd be quite excited if TNA got good again. But yeah, I don't think they've ever disappointed on pay-per-view.
No, yeah, there's certainly a lot of matches to cherry pick from, isn't there? Yeah. I always hear like, oh, this match is good and that match is good. And Josh Alexander seemed to have a good run as world champion.
Yeah.
Right, so Brandon and Davie.
I don't know how I pulled that Mike Modest thing out of my ass, by the way. So,
Name a Mike Modest back Brandon. Come on.
Yeah.
Name one.
How many can you name, Brad?
What does he look like?
We're going for Brandon. We're going for Magnus, Nick Aldis.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Magnus / Nick Aldis.
Kate and Bruce.
Same. Once again, Nick Aldis.
And Benny and Benny. Fucking Benny. Benno.
Yeah, I had Nick Aldis because Benno didn't.
I had a clue.
Yep. Well done, everybody. Points all around. Then it was Nick Aldis, making I think he made a couple of appearances for Impact this year, but that was when he sort of made a comeback to do a bit of commentary. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Plus, starting with WWE, and like, when was that? About September.
Benno, can I get Brandon on the Grapple Day network to do a deep dive on Mike Modest?
Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Okay, to round out the month of April, who won this year's Stardom Cinderella tournament?
Where's JP when you need him?
I know, exactly. The Grapple Stardom correspondent.
Benno.
It's okay, Brandon's got the DVD.
Oh, Benno, you're gonna have to plug this one, mate.
You're looking at me. Where's Karen when you need her?
Oh no.
What was the tournament, Martin?
It's the Stardom Cinderella
As if
tournament.
that's gonna help you. Sorry.
They've got two of them.
Yeah, there you go.
Two different tourneys.
There you go. Thank you, Bruce.
Are you keeping up with Stardom then, Bruce? I know you tend to watch a lot of wrestling, so is Stardom something you're keeping up with?
I try to kind of dip my toe in here and there. I enjoy it when I do, but certainly kind of the intensity and frequency of the tournament shows is just something that I can't manage with. I always feel like I'm letting the side down when Karen's talking about it. But it's always good when I tune into it and check into it. If I decided to use some of my time this year to watch some of Stardom tournaments rather than all five of the every single match of all five of the New Japan tournaments this year. Like, trust me, nobody needed to watch all of the tag league matches, but I did. So
you're a psychopath, dog.
Yep. It's like Andy Ogden last year watching that 6-hour Progress show, and it's like you don't know why. Nobody's forcing you to do this stuff. Right, anyway, so Davie and Brandon, who won this year's Stardom Cinderella tournament?
I have no idea. We're gonna go with Starlight Kid.
And didn't she from the boys? Kate and Bruce?
I think it was maybe Mirai, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
Benno and Matty?
Mike Modest. Oh, sorry. Go on, Matty.
Right, I'm going to go with Tam Nakano.
And only Kate and Bruce picking up the points there, unsurprisingly. Well, yeah, it was Mirai. Well done, Kate and Bruce there. Well played. And moving on to May now, moving out of April, and it's our second special guest of the evening.
Hello, I'm Grapple Gareth. I decided to close down the Grapple app this year after 5 years, but I've got a question for you about that. How many ratings in total were entered into Grapple from start to end?
Cheers to Gareth for that. Merry Christmas to you, mate. Yeah, like you said then, sadly he had to close the Grapple app down this year, which was great for people wanting to put match ratings and things and that. And he has assured me, I know obviously there's a podcast with Benno and Matty, but he has assured me that he's the only person who knows this information. Right, how many ratings in total were entered into Grapple app? Closest or bang on the money wins?
Grapple Garth should do a books on tape, by the way. That guy's got a voice, man.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah.
Powerful voice.
ASMR, yeah. Would you subscribe to his ASMR channel, Brandon?
You can rate Michael Modest matches on this as well, can't you, Benno?
Yeah, that's if you look at Brandon's account, that's all it is. Mike Modest ratings on there.
Yeah. Then comes up.
He's ready. He's ready.
I feel I'm just going to go with that number, sorry. I'm just going to go with that. Is that okay?
Go with what you said, because, yeah.
Right, so I feel like you guys should answer this first, Benno and Matty.
Right, I've just plucked this number out of nowhere. 1,176,987.
Right, and Kate and Bruce?
We're going a little bit more bearish on that. I was going to guess 65,000 and probably credit myself with about 2,500 of those.
Come on.
Davie and Brandon.
So if we get rounded up to the nearest dollar, do we win a brand new car from?
Yeah, but you've got to go out and buy it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Davey. Go ahead. You're a big Price is Right mark. Come on.
All right. 43,072.
I'm afraid it's the Grapple lads who've got that one correct. It was 1.338 million.
Wow.
So I'm afraid.
way off.
So yeah.
Sorry, Gareth.
Sorry, Gareth. I had a feeling it was over 1 million, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
mate.
I remember when they were over 1 million.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's impressive
stuff.
Very well, yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Right.
Yeah, pour one out.
Yep. And right, second question for May. At Backlash on the 6th of May, Bad Bunny made probably the most spectacular entrance in a match against Damian Priest. But which of his tracks did he use for that entrance?
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce it, man. I don't know how to pronounce it. Will you give me it? Because I can see it written down, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Spell it out. Do that instead.
Oh, the things. Oh.
I'm assuming Brandon can give us a full list
I
of
reckon
all of the featurings and all of the verses that are on this as
I
well.
think, Davey, you can be
production
this,
credits.
can't you? You could definitely sing this.
Every single word, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Benno, you're going to have to trust me.
I will.
That
I'm not even messaging you. I'm leaving you to it.
That must have been one of the best entrances this year, for sure. I mean, that atmosphere.
Great show.
Yeah.
Time, yeah.
Yeah. It's a proper feel-good show, that one. They should do that more often. Are they going there next year?
They've got Germany, Australia, and France next year.
Yeah. It just makes those B shows much more exciting, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't really matter what the card is. It's different. It's exciting.
Right, go on then, Matty and Benno. What was the track that Bad Bunny came out to at Backlash?
I mean,
you got to sing it.
You mightn't give me this, but is it, Davey, you might laugh at this. Is it pressure? Is it like Chimala? Or Chimala? I can't.
Better than me, mate.
Any help from Benno now?
No chance.
And Kate and Bruce?
I am only vaguely aware of the existence of Bad Bunny. This is so far beyond either mine or Kate's ken. We have absolutely no guess whatsoever.
No, pass on this one.
And Davie and Brandon?
Chambea.
I mean,
It was Chambea. I don't know. I can't give that to you, Matty. It was so far off what it actually was. So I'm sorry, mate.
It had letters in it, you know.
Yeah.
Jamala Harris.
Fair play.
Say, what was that?
Yeah. I'm stuck in 2001 for my music, so you know I can't be out with that.
Close but no cigar there. Right, third question for May. And we saw the AEW pay-per-view Double or Nothing, which saw the culmination of the Four Pillars tournament with a four-way dance between MJF, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jungle Jack Perry. But including this tournament, how many tournaments have AEW ran this year?
Oh.
So it doesn't matter if you name them or whatever. I just need a number from you all. Hopefully this is more up your street, Kate and Bruce.
Does this include... this doesn't include, like, the battle royals or anything like that?
No, it's got to be like a full-blown tournament. Yeah, not just a shitty little battle
I
royal.
don't think there are any, but I'm also assuming that this would not include any ROH tournaments that happen to end up with a match on AEW television.
No.
I don't think there are any of those. Okay.
No, strictly AEW. I mean, Bruce brought ROH up then, Kate, and you and Cena, reviewed the pay-per-view on Friday. How was that? Have you been enjoying ROH this year? I've been hearing a lot of good things about Athena and Billy Starks. Is that something worth checking out?
Absolutely, that's the reason to check out ROH if you are at all. Quite honestly, I think you could watch the pay-per-views and you'd get just a fine sense of whatever they were doing. The weekly TV, such as it is it's hit or miss. Like sometimes you'll get good matches, but much like I guess NXT several years ago, if you just pay attention to what shows up on the pay-per-view, you'll get a sense of what the stories are. Whereas it can be a little plodding if you're paying attention week after week. You'll get some gems, but it's all about the big shows.
Yeah, I've been. I think they've actually put a whole thing on YouTube, and it is that whole Athena Billy Starks rivalry all in one video. I think it's about 2 hours. So yeah, I've been meaning to check that out over the holiday period. So I definitely will after your recommendation there. So anyway, I think we've had enough time. So Davie and Brandon, how many tournaments did AEW run this year?
I'm gonna go for 7. Because I think we're probably forgetting one. We're probably forgetting about 15 here, but I think 7.
And Kate and Bruce?
Kate, you want to, if you want to include that one in there, yeah.
I'm going to say 6.
And Benno and Matty?
All right. Can I call an audible, Matt? Because we had 6 and 7 knocking around, but it's no fun if we do that. Let's say 8.
Well, you should have gone with 6, Benno, because that is the correct answer.
We wrote down 6, but I was sure we were missing one.
Well done. That's a great answer.
That's great.
Well done.
We started at 10, didn't we, Matt? And we started
we did.
Like a trick question.
I should have started higher. I would have started higher as well.
So yeah, it was 6. We had the 4 pillars, the Owen Hart Cup, the Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament, the Women's Championship Qualifier Tournament, Grand Slam World Championship Eliminator Tournament. Bloody hell, try saying that like 4 times quickly. And then obviously the Continental Classic to make it 6. So yeah, well done. All that those collisions have been paying off for you, Kate. That's fantastic work there.
Tourney Khan.
So last question for me, and it's this should be up Davie Street. Who relinquished the NXT Women's Championship 31 days after winning it due to being drafted to Raw? So this is someone who won the NXT Women's Championship and then had to vacate it because they were like, well, we don't care if you're NXT champion, you're coming to Raw now.
Yeah, okay.
Can you repeat that question again, Martin?
Yep. Who relinquished their NXT Women's Championship 31 days after winning it due to being drafted to Raw?
Thank you.
It's okay. No worries, my friend.
Cheers.
So would you say NXT's had an overhaul this year, Davie? Because obviously it got a lot of, the 2.0 stuff. It got ridicule and stuff. Do you think it's helped with the, the bigger stars coming in and things like that this year?
Absolutely. I mean, the bigger stars has helped from a ratings point of view, but I now think we're at a point where a lot of those sort of PC talents they were maybe throwing into the ring a bit early when 2.0 started have really come into their own. So I've actually been really enjoying it and really enjoying seeing certain people where like the Creeds who are now killing it on Raw. And I think Tiffany Stratton's going to be a big deal when she moves up. The quality's definitely improved a lot. And I think having a Becky Lynch come down has helped. I think the North American and Heritage Cup division's been pretty fun to watch. So yeah, it's definitely been its best year since the kind of black and gold era, I would say.
Yeah, it's certainly something I keep meaning to check out. Is it like the pay-per-views is the one that I should be watching over the sort of like holiday season?
I would watch the men's Iron Survivor match. It's just a really fun match, especially like the last 5 minutes of it. it's quite a unique concept. It feels like you're kind of playing a 2K game, watching it, and but also a good way to see some characters that you wouldn't really know if you don't watch the main roster. So I'd say that, and also just go back and watch every single Von Wagner vignette. Go
right. I'll be sure to check those out. Right, so we've had enough time there. So Benno and Matty, I'm consciously trying not to call you Benny now, right? Who had to relinquish their women's championship because they got called up to Raw?
On your brand, Matty.
Indy Hartwell.
And Kate and Bruce.
I'm deferring to you on this one, Kate. Name an NXT women's wrestler, please.
That's what I felt.
I think Indy was the champion around that time, but I thought she got injured. I'm going to go with this possibly being a bit of a trick question. I'm going to say Isla Dawn and Alba Fire had to relinquish the tag championships.
And Davie and Brandon.
I'm pretty sure it was Indy Hartwell. She was injured as well from the match she won it. But
yeah, sorry, Kate. Yeah, you should have gone with your gut there. It was Indy Hartwell. So, did she end up doing much on Raw then, Davie?
Well, no. So it was really weird because you had Roxanne Perez was the champion and she beat Mako, but then they did the whole like Shawn angle where he like collapsed after the match. So they took the title off her and put it in a ladder match, and then Roxanne was like, "No, I'm gonna go for the title." And then Indy won it, but got injured immediately as they drafted her to Raw. So she'd have had to vacate it anyway. But
Right.
I think she's only just come back from injury since then, so she really hasn't done anything apart from hang backstage. I think she did have a match with Becky on Raw.
Didn't she marry a mime on the show too?
Oh yeah, she's married to Dexter, the
Dexter Loomis, yeah.
Everyone's favorite serial killer. Yeah.
What happened to that guy?
Does he like frosted flakes?
What?
He's still employed. I seen last week he was still employed. Like,
yeah,
he'll be back.
He said he's
Wasn't he on the Infinity Gauntlet memes? Wasn't he one of the jewels that was coming back?
He was.
Yeah.
He definitely was, Bruce.
Right, and moving on to June now, almost halfway through this thing. And what special license did Matt Jackson have to get for a move that he performed at Double or Nothing?
Oh, has it got to be the official term, Martin?
No, if you can just give me the general idea of what the license was that he had to acquire.
Yeah. Do you know? Have you got it, Benno?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just trying to think of the name. I'd like to get it.
Well, we can, as Martin said, we can just describe it. You know.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat now.
Go on, mate.
It was that one. I heard you talking the other day, Benno, about like your worst AEW pay per view. What would you say was the best one you watched this year then?
Talking probably Revolution, just because it had MJF versus Bryan, and it also had Hangman versus Moxley, which for me was the match of the year. I was surprised it's not getting there. I think it's been dwarfed by Swerve and Hangman, but that one, like with the finish with Hangman hanging Moxley over the ropes, just incredible. Like that stuck with me. And MJF Bryan was the best thing MJF did all year. Like I remember being really positive on AEW coming out of that. That would change, unfortunately, but it was brilliant.
Oh, did you not see him drive the ambulance, Benno? That's the best thing MJF done with
it. For you.
That was a great show, but I got to be selfish, and it's got to be Forbidden Door too, because I was.
Who can forget that? One of the wrestling moments of the year, you and Tanahashi. Who can forget that?
The homie Tanahashi.
The guy next to you didn't react quite as vigorously as you did. You know, he was kind of like, "Yeah, all right," and then started looking at his phone, and then you were like busy high fiving. It was a fantastic moment.
He was low key hiding his excitement.
Who hooked you up with those tickets, by the way? You were like fucking ringside.
Robert Pearson.
Of course he did.
He told me to drive up with him. I was like, cool, that'll be fun. 8 hours. It was a great ride. I was like, okay, well, what am I going to do when we get there? He was like, I got a ticket for you. I was like, cool. I thought I was going to sit in like the freaking nosebleeds. And all of a sudden he was like, lower. And then we're ringside. I was like, oh shit. Really good.
I just appreciated. I just appreciated the revelation that that Neil admitted to, just being pretty faded.
Oh man, he was knackered.
Oh
man.
yes. It might have been my
him.
co-host who was responsible for that.
When in Rome, you're in Canada. You're in Canada. You have to sample the local produce.
Absolutely.
Right. So, Davie and Brandon, what special license did Matt Jackson have to get for Double or Nothing?
Don't know the technical name, but I assume some sort of pyrotechnics license for the exploding Jordan spot.
And Kate and Bruce.
I honestly, I think I tend to think they're right, but we didn't come up with it on our own. So I think I'm going to say just permission to use the name Meltzer Driver, just as a.
And Benno and Matty.
Yeah, we said a license to use the exploding super kick, fire marshal license, fire license, something like that.
Yeah, it was. So, commiserations there, Kate and Bruce. Yeah, it was a Nevada State Fire Performers license. It's sort of like what every other entertainment act in Vegas has got to have if they've got fire in their thing. Yeah, and the spot was the exploding super kick. And also in this month, which wrestling term did Jeff Jarrett apply for a trademark for?
Do you know it, Benno?
Could be anything, couldn't it? I remember the news story. I'm trying to think.
I don't think we ever had a conclusion about whether he actually got it trademarked, though. It was just, I remember it knocking around at the time.
Check the chat, Ben. Is it that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Is that too obvious, though?
Yeah, I'll message you.
Go on.
So, Kate, obviously, someone who covers AEW sort of like every week. How would you feel? Sort of like Jimmy Jacobs came in around this time of the year, didn't he? And he seems to be quite influential now in AEW. How do you think his influence has been? Because obviously, a lot of fans are being quite down on the MJF Adam Cole stuff and things like that, and they're feeling like he's brought a lot more sports entertainment to AEW.
I think that it is. It's easy to sort of say like, oh, it's all on this person. I suspect that it's more of a lot of things going on behind the scenes. Yes, his arrival does coincide with some changes going towards the more WWE style, and I'm one of the people who's actually been a bit frustrated by that. Although I think there are signs of them resetting. I thought it was interesting that when QT Marshall left, what he was saying was like, oh, well, they want to go with a more sort of wrestling-oriented New Japan style product, like right? And I'm supposed to see
that because they don't tell stories in New Japan.
Yeah, but that's anyway. I hope that's the case, and I really, really, really hope. And I know my co-host John Cena would be happy to hear me say this. Please get over the habit of having people watching TV screens from stupid angles. It's something they made fun of early on, and they've gone completely in that direction.
And they're watching the team monitor. I love that.
Yeah, that is a WWE trope that needs to get in the bin, and AEW picking it up is just awful, isn't it? Yeah.
Can I talk a quick story?
Because they did make fun of it.
Exactly.
I remember during the countdown for New Year's one year when I was a kid, it was down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and I unplugged the TV.
Of course you did. You were trolling your family back when you were 5 years old. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
My dad was very pissed off.
I don't blame him. Were you sent to bed rapidly after that? I imagine you were.
I mean, who wants to see it? It was zombified Dick Clark too. So come on,
Right.
Just a glorified countdown.
Right, I think we've all had enough time. So, Kate and Bruce, what wrestling term was Jeff Jarrett trying to get trademarked in June?
I think you got this one, Kate.
I'm going to go with heat.
And Brandon and Davie?
We also we of the party of our group will go with the term heat of it. Heat.
And Benno and Matty?
You had this one, Ben.
It was
Sorry, I was reading heat.
Yeah. Yep, points all round then. I don't know why he's trademarking it or what he's going to use it for, but we've not heard anything about it since, other than that he filed that trademark. But
I
can
think
imagine
one time, I think it was used as a name to describe the faction that he's part of.
Right.
But I think it was only used once.
Right, got you. I thought he was just like, so if any wrestler said it backstage, you'd be like, that's £5, please. Yeah.
Sounds like Jeff.
Yeah, it does.
How else are you going to smelt all that Global Force gold?
Exactly. Right, third question for June. In an interview with the New York Post, who said, when Tyrus walks through the door, he brings the heat. And if you're not going to watch him, then you're not a wrestling fan.
I guess I'm not a wrestling fan.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are. Yeah.
Yeah, no, as one of those sicko NWA watchers from day one, had been watched every single episode of, Power Surge, all of the different ones. And yeah, no, the Tyrus championship win was my official unsub from my fight subscription.
Remember how
everyone
good
has
it
a
was?
breaking point, Brewdog.
The first couple of seasons were amazing, weren't they? Honestly, so good.
Like, promos, Eli Drake, like it was so good.
Aldous,
the easiest show to watch. Just put it on and just let it wash over you. Have a beer. Just the easiest, most laid back wrestling to watch for the first year or two.
I think the moment they changed the music, that was the end. I remember them defending it on Twitter, going, "No, we need to refresh things." Like, no, you don't. That was perfect. What was it called? Fire or something like that. It was amazing.
Docking, wasn't it? Yeah.
If this fans are rocking, I'm listening to Docking.
Yeah.
Classic. Docking. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 theme. Classic.
Sounds like a great bumper sticker.
Yeah. I imagine it probably was, yeah. Right, so who said that in an interview, Davie and Brandon?
It was Billy Corgan.
The lead singer of the great band Swan.
Only great in your mind. Kate and Bruce.
Yeah, Billy Pumpkins. Mr. Corgan, yep.
And Benno and Matty.
Billy.
The original Big Bill.
Excellent points all there round for everybody, because it was Billy Corgan who said that to the New York Post with a straight face. So anyway, moving on to the last question for June, and sticking with the NWA because it's Bruce's favorite promotion. Which tag team won the 6th annual Crockett Cup?
Wow!
In June.
In June. I hope you were watching in June, Matt.
I
know what I think it is.
So have you completely given up on NWA then, Bruce? I know last year when we were doing the quiz, you mentioned a few things about it, but yeah, I think you said you'd completely stop watching it then.
Yeah. I could put up with a lot of it if as we were sort of saying before, like the things outside of the ring that actually made it fun were still going on. If you still had people, kind of like those underutilized people who were just so good at promos, if you still had them, the other things that just kept dragging it down and down and down would have been worth it. There's a couple, Carino's coming along okay. There's a couple of people there who are at least halfway interesting to watch from an in-ring perspective. But yeah, between that and then the whole EC3ification of everything, him just sort of backdooring, change your narrative into it as well was just sort of like made it very difficult to ignore the other things kind of going on in Billy Corgan's life, I guess. So I mean, because hey, you got to get those Gutfeld viewers. Tyrus holding the strap on Gutfeld. That's going to drag all of these 68-year-old far right Republicans who've fallen asleep with the television on. They're gonna start buying NWA pay-per-views. That's how you get it, man.
Yeah, it's just it's like Matty was saying, it started off so well, didn't it? And then
it was so good.
It is now,
honestly. Yeah. Like a point of viewing, like we used to be in the group chats, didn't we, Benno? Like literally all sitting down when it was live on YouTube. It was
11:05 p.m. UK time.
Incredible. It genuinely was that.
I never knew there was this much love for that. I can't say I've watched a second of it. I had to write a report for some weird thing they did during the pandemic when there was no wrestling, and it was horrible.
NWA, the sleeper hit of this game show tonight.
Benno, you all right with that, by the way? Sorry to air our...
Okay,
Right,
I'll go
yeah.
with you. I could only name one NWA tag team, so... If it's not MC Ren, he's here, I don't know.
Go on, Matty and Benno then. Who was the tag team?
It's the incredible through together, I think, obviously, a tag team of, is it Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch?
And Kate and Bruce.
I was wondering if it might be, because I know that they did a little bit with Pero, and it might be the end, Pero and Odinson.
And Davie and Brandon.
Go on, Brandon.
We're going to roll with Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch also.
Yep, points for Davie and Brandon and Benno and Matty there. Yeah, it was Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch. What a fucking team that is.
It's because they love Murdoch. He was the world champion, weren't he? So I think might have been to cushion the blow that he wasn't the world champion anymore, maybe. I don't know. Who knows what Mike Hogan's thinking?
A tag team that abolitionists would be proud of.
Of course. Right, moving on to July, and we're only halfway through. And so, which 3 teams did Aussie Open beat to win the ROH Tag Team Championships at Death Before Dishonor? And it's not a point per team. You've got to get every team to get the point, I'm afraid.
Benno, I'm leaving this to you. I'm just going to I'd be absolutely just plucking teams out of mid-air here, mate. That was one of the teams, though, Benno. That was one of the teams. The second team you said. They've got to be in every multi-man match, haven't they?
Sorry, how many teams? 3?
Yeah, there were 3 altogether. Well, 4 if you include Aussie Open, but they took 3 on, yeah.
Oh.
Kept these belts to their big debut at Wembley, didn't they, Matty? And lost them in the opener.
I can only agree with you, Martin, because I was there for that. So, yeah. Benno, I think you're spot on there, mate.
Right, go on then. If Benno's spot on.
I'm not sure I am. Penta and Phoenix, we've got. I think it was Top Flight, but now I'm doubting myself that the injury happened there. And FTR.
And Kate and Bruce.
Oh, jeez.
I think I'm going to say the Kingdom, Lucha Brothers, and I think that was where the Top Flight injury happened. But so go.
I remember expecting the Kingdom to win this.
Yeah, that's.
Kingdom,
I think
yeah.
Yeah.
Davie and Brandon.
So what we're going with? Phoenix and Penta, Bennett and Taven, Best Friends, and FTR.
No, yeah, it was 3 teams. You were.
Sorry, 3 teams. Okay,
4 including Aussie Open. Yeah. So what are your 3 teams?
So Best Friends, Kingdom, and Lucha Bros.
Yep, and you're right. Only wants to get the point there. It was Lucha Bros, Best Friends, and the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Well done. So not Top Flight. I don't know. It must have been a different match you were thinking of, Benno.
Yeah. That was the.
I feel like he's been out a while.
That might have been where the Lucha Brothers won.
I think they got injured. Dante got injured in the ladder match at the beginning of the year, which was the after Jay Briscoe died, and they vacated the titles, I believe, because he only just came back.
Yeah, because FTR were in that one, weren't they? That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I was thinking FTR because they were the champs, weren't they? I think anyway.
Tony Khan loves a thrown together multi-man match.
More than he loves the tournament. Yeah, he does indeed. So next question. We've got AEW flew in Jushin Liger for the final of the Owen Hart Cup, but how many seconds was Liger on TV for? Closest or bang on the money wins.
Beast of a question.
I'd sit there with a stopwatch watching this a couple of times to make sure I got it correct. Flew this legend in full gear and everything, and to put him on TV for this short amount of time.
I thought they were gonna fly him in to get hit with a tequila bottle, man.
Why?
only the real ones know that, Brendan. That reference.
Only real ones know your real name, Brandon.
Yeah. Mark, can I ask a question? Do we get like an update on any scoreboards at any time, or is it just at the end?
Yeah, it'd be easier for me if it's just at the end.
And there's me thinking you were Les Dennis, the second, Martin.
Never enough, Martin. It's never enough. This is my life every week.
Thankfully, not Les Dennis the second.
Yeah.
Right, I think we've all had enough time. Davie and Brandon, how many seconds was Liger on screen for AEW? Full gear wanker and everything.
Go for it, Brandon. Sorry, I'm eating a Cliff Bar.
It looked like me eating that marshmallow that one time. I'm gonna say we're gonna say 12 seconds.
Kate and Bruce.
Look at the chat, Ben.
Wild guess because he was on the ramp for a few seconds, so I'm gonna say 20.
And Benno and Matty.
You go for it, Ben. Honestly, your call. I wouldn't know.
I've gone really low, so maybe I'm wrong. I've gone 6 seconds.
Oh, that is very low, Benno, because Kate and Bruce were right. It was 22 seconds, so they get the point saying 20 seconds there. So well done, guys.
Well done,
A whole 22 seconds flying that legend over just to have him. What was it? He came out with the cup and then
yeah,
got it snatched off him, looked a bit confused, and then that was it. What a shame.
I'm wondering what his per hour pay would work out to based on that.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, hopefully he was earning quite a lot of money to be flown out all that way just for that. But yeah, 22 seconds. Yeah, probably the easiest payday he's made in his whole life, I would imagine.
Definitely.
You think he got to hang out at the Heart Dungeon too while he was out there, or the Bret Hart bar?
I think that that shoot interview we did with ROH was the easiest money he ever made. He just sat there while the translator talked for 90 minutes.
Bret Hart Bar's a good time.
Seen that one. How have you been, Bruce?
I got to go this July after a music festival. I dragged some friends out there, and even the non-wrestling fans ended up having a pretty grand time. Lots of memorabilia up on the walls. Even the little framed picture of the actual like gig that Austin used in Mania 13 and everything like that.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, lots of cool memorabilia. I got to hold his the big the eagle belt that he had during his title reign. It was a really fun afternoon. Yeah.
Was it better than Hogan's Beach Bar?
Yes.
I have
I've not been to either, but I can already say yes. This is better. So where's that in Calgary then?
Yeah. It's
Right,
in a casino or in a there that they have. It's walking distance from downtown in Calgary. We got there a little bit early, so we just had to like kill time by drinking Caesars and Bloody Marys in a casino for a couple hours before the actual bar opened. But
Don't let Benno go there. He loves casinos.
Did they just have that video on a loop of him like going, "Hey, Brock Lesnar, have you got one of these? Hey, that." They just got that on a loop constantly.
It was a him and Diesel match. I think King of the Ring 94. I think that was on while we were there. But it's kind of like it's various DVDs of greatest hits and everything. But apparently they also do the come here and watch Raw, come here and watch Dynamite,
right?
Things regularly as attractions.
Oh, awesome. I'd love to go to that. I just need to find an excuse to go to Calgary now. Yeah, but that sounds like a brilliant place. Right, next question. Which promoter who has been historically involved in some of the most sort of like biggest sporting events we've ever seen was revealed by MLW as a mystery backer behind Alex Kane's Bomb AA Club? Amazing that they got this guy.
Yeah, cameo is a magical thing.
It sure is. I wonder what the price was for this person.
I can look it up for you right now.
Go on then, Matty and Benno. It was revealed as the money backer behind Alex Kane's Bomb AA Club.
Big Don King.
Kate and Bruce.
Yeah, the one and only Don King.
And Davie and Brandon.
Don King.
How much is he on Cameo then, Brandon?
I didn't look.
He's not on. I'm looking. He's not here.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, they got him
Only
then.
for special
There must be-
people.
Yeah.
Mates.
Right. This one, I know we've been asking a lot of WWE questions, but this one should be right up Kate and Bruce's street. Which 4-time Stanley Cup winning NHL player was the special enforcer for the match between Scott D'Amore and Eric Young versus Bully Ray and Dina at Slammiversary? No idea who this person is. Never watched an NHL game in my entire life.
That shocks me, Martin. I thought you'd be into. I thought you would give it a go.
Kate's the actual hockey fan here, so I'm gonna have to roll over to her on this one. You've watched it. You watched the Habs.
I have watched
occasionally.
hockey before. Yes.
You watched
yes,
yes. Yeah.
Repeat the question, Brandon. Yeah. So, which 4-time Stanley Cup winning NHL player was the special enforcer for the match between Scott D'Amore and Eric Young versus Bully Ray and Dina at Slammiversary? Yeah, the only people I thought would know this for definite would be Brandon or Kate and Bruce.
Trying to think enforcers here.
Oh,
they're still under the age of 70.
Yeah, and who haven't, succumbed to other things. Dickie's saying in the chat that Brandon, you should get this for definite.
I know it.
No, I think we've had enough time. Benno and Matty, who was the special enforcer
Can you name
for
a hockey player, Matty?
Slammiversary?
He's the only one I can think of.
The only one I can think of, yes, Wayne Gretzky. Legit, the only
I'll give you a massive clue. It wasn't Wayne Gretzky.
We know that. I don't know.
Matty, don't say Danielson.
No, I won't say Danielson. I'm just gonna make a name up. I'm gonna go with Mike. Oh, I know Michael. Oh no, that's not a real hockey player. Michael. Michael Knowles.
And Kate and Bruce.
Oh Jesus.
It sounds like you've got it halfway there. I've got like just a random name, which is probably wrong, but
Darren, I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a guess at his last name, McCarty.
And Davie and Brandon.
Darren McCarty, left wing for the Detroit Red Wings. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, Kate and Bruce and Davie and Brandon with the points. So yeah, it was Darren McCarty, who apparently has wrestled some matches before at Slammiversary. I don't know where, maybe some Canadian indie, but yeah, well done, guys. Yeah, Darren McCarty. Never heard of him. No idea what he looks like. As Benno would put, I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, but there you go. Right. Last question for July, and we sadly saw the sad passing of all-time legend Adrian Street, a legendary career that actually started in the late 1950s. But what year did Adrian have his final wrestling match? So, started in the late 1950s, and what year did he have his final wrestling match?
Is it closest gets the point, Martin?
Yeah, closest or bang on gets the point, yeah.
Do you reckon on that, Ben? Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Right. We've all picked a random year out of the air, so we'll go with Davie and Brandon first.
We're gonna say, my bad, David. We will say the year of our Lord, 2010.
And Kate and Bruce.
Yeah, working the softer, smoother style pays off, I suppose. We're gonna go with 2008.
And Benno and Matty.
You're all right with that, Ben, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
We've gone even later than that. We've got 2016.
Ooh.
Ooh, well, he only wants to get the point there, Davie and Brennan. Spot on the money. 2010 was his last match for.
Nice.
Come on.
We're learning.
There's got to be some Stuart inquiries going on here, boys. I mean,
the exact year.
Brandon's a massive Mike Modest and Adrian Street fan.
I mean, I'm trying to be good tonight, Matt. But come on.
That's too much. You can't give him that.
There's no way.
Between that and the Alexander reign, it's yeah.
There's no way.
The exact number for the Alexander reign as well. Not even a number off.
Matt, come on, mate.
At least, I mean, Brandon, we're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt here, but if this carries on, then you know there's gonna be some kind of consequences. That's ridiculous.
I just didn't guess. I just picked the year. Right?
If he gets the exact actual like turnstile number for all in, somebody has to drive to New Jersey and take care of business. I'm just saying.
Come on, Brew Man. I can't believe you're accusing me of malfeasance. How dare you?
The black sock, Brandon from New Jersey. Yeah, so of course Brandon must have been in Birmingham, Alabama watching NWA wrestle The Big Bang in 2010 when Adrian Street had his last match.
What are the lottery numbers for the weekend run?
What time's Father Christmas coming down the chimney, Brandon? Yeah. Exact time only. Right, moving on to August. And we've got our third special guest.
Oh. Can you do another one? Sorry, I don't seem to have that one yet. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So Julia made her US debut at Impact / New Japan Multiverse United 2. But who did she beat in a 4-way for the Strong Women's Championship? And I need all three people she faced in that match, please, for the point. I kind of feel, Benno, that these Impact New Japan crossover shows don't get nowhere near as much press as they maybe should do. Is this something you've been checking out from Impact?
Yeah, it's the fact that they even exist is like big enough, really, isn't it? Because like it was a major thing. Remember when AEW got the Impact, the New Japan relationship, and it was like finally they've wrestled it from ROH, and it's gonna be them. And now, yeah, New Japan send all their guys to Impact, and we don't even blink. Like Jay White, I'd say he had a better run in Impact than he did, especially early AEW compared to that. Like it was really good. So yeah, the stuff I've seen has been good, but yeah, it's basically the spare parts that people they can't use in Japan. They just send to Impact, and yeah, it's worthwhile for them.
Isn't Okada coming back to wrestle for them?
January, yeah. They put him in at 6-man now.
Right, of course they did.
Yeah, Motor City Machine Guns are in there, so like that's cool. But like, yeah, it's a bit of a weird use of them. But they got him and they got Ospreay in January, and of course they got Trent Seven too. The big star
of course, legend.
Sorry, Martin, what was the question?
The question was, so Julia made her US debut at Impact New Japan Multiverse United 2, but who did she beat in a 4-way for the Strong Women's Championship? So I need all three people she beat in that match for the point.
Okay.
Brandon will have the ref, the timekeeper, the ring announcer.
Yeah. What colour they were all wearing?
Ben, you're going to have to help me out with this last one.
Oh, sorry, I've been no help with this one.
At all.
What hairstyle Julia had? How many diamantes she had in her ring gear? Anyway, so Benno and Matty, we'll go with you guys first.
Have we got to get all three, Martin? Or
I'm afraid so, mate. Sorry.
I've only got... That's, Benno, that's who won, mate. You just said...
You know, I'm not.
He sent Julian over. That's who the question's about.
I'm distracted. Sorry.
I've just got the only two names I
Say your name, mate.
Martin is Diona Prato, Giselle Shaw, and I couldn't
say anyone.
I don't know. Tam Nakano.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go with that.
And Kate and Bruce.
I think we might have this one. I came up with Deanna and Giselle Shaw, and I had another name, but I think Kate might have the other one here.
I think it was Momo Kogo.
And Davie and Brandon. Davie, do you want to answer this one?
Sure. Yeah.
Just in the interest of fairness.
Going for Deanna Parazzo, Jordan Grace, and Azumi.
And so only Kate and Bruce with the points there. Yeah, it was Giselle Shaw, Deanna Parazzo, and Momo Kogo. So well done, guys. Good point picking up there.
Good job.
Are we ready with the clip, Davie?
Yes, we are.
Right. Third special guest.
What's going on, good people? Andrew Thompson here for the second year in a row of Martin Bushby's Big Fat Quiz. Your question is, Roman Reigns defeated Jey Uso in tribal combat at SummerSlam, but how many times did Roman defend the Universal Championship on television this year?
I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. Go on, Matty.
On television.
Sorry, yeah, Martin. So television, not PLE? Or are you saying...
Yeah, PLA TV, if it was on a screen, because obviously you did a couple of house shows as well, didn't you? So...
Andrew Thompson.
Wait, sorry, PLEs and TV?
Yeah, so yeah, basically, because he did house shows, I didn't want it to get confused. So basically, anytime he defended it, and you could watch it on a screen.
Okay.
Okay, so PLEs are included in this. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Andrew Thompson sounding like the Mission Impossible self-destruct answer machine. that question.
He has got an amazing voice, Andrew. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, Andrew. Thanks for sending the clip in. Had a great time hanging out with him in London this year. Fantastic. Went round some bars around Camden with Braden. Yeah, it was brilliant. Took him to get some fish and chips.
He didn't like that breakfast, Martin. He was telling us on the stream yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I think he got that at his hotel, and I was like, did you have some baked beans? And he was like, nah, I didn't have any baked beans.
It was the black pudding he really didn't like, you were saying.
Right. Yeah, not a lot of Americans like that, do they? The blood pudding.
Blood pudding.
Black pudding's an acquired taste, definitely.
Oh, it's the best. It's so
I
good.
used to love it. I used to love it, yeah.
What about a Cornish hen?
I wish.
A what?
Never.
A Cornish hen?
Yeah.
What, a chicken? A live chicken? From Cornwall? Right, so I think we've had enough time then. So, Kate and Bruce, how many times did Roman Reigns defend the defend his championship on TV PLE this year?
I think
when he was on the screen.
I think I might actually have this one. This might be a WWE question I might know, because I remember looking this up in order to have Anorak type arguments with people online about the about Reigns versus Ospreay in terms of Wrestler of the Year, and I think it is 7. Is the number that I'm going with.
And Matty and Benno?
You'd really enjoy the Grappy Awards we just uploaded this week, because me and Matty had that exact argument, where I put Roman Reigns' entire run from one page on Cage Match on the screen. Brandon will be familiar with that page. He's probably
Quality over
that haiku of a page. Yes.
Don't, if I get this wrong, Benno, don't hold it against me. I think it's 5, Martin.
And Davie and Brandon.
We're going to go in the middle, and because I'm last, we'll list them. Logan, Paul, Cody, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, John Cena, LA Knight.
So how many is that in total?
6.
Can I name?
Oh, well, yeah, you can name them, Matty, because you're the only one who got the point. It was
It's
5.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Cody, Jay, and LA Knight. They're the 5.
Yep.
Oh, Logan was last year. Okay.
Yeah.
Bang on the money. I mean, you had to get that one, otherwise you'd have
I would
to
have
Roman
quit,
Reigns
man.
fan club.
I would have just went into hiding if we would have got that one right.
So sticking with SummerSlam, and where did Logan Paul fly to following his match with Ricochet to walk his brother out to the ring against Nate Diaz? So I don't want the event, I want the city that Logan Paul flew straight from Detroit SummerSlam to this city straight after his match with Ricochet. Have you been checking out many of these freak fights, Brandon? You know, like the Paul brothers and things like that. I imagine that's something you get a big kick out of.
I mean, I called the first couple. I didn't watch the recent one. Now are you asking me legally or illegally?
Whichever you're watching them.
But yeah, I mean, it's not like the Pride days with the freak show fights. Like you get the Zuluzinos of the world and stuff like that. But,
could I count on maybe seeing Jose Canseco in a Triller ring sometime next year, Brandon?
Super Hulk veteran Jose Canseco. I would love it. I doubt it though. He's seems dilapidated and shop worn.
Yeah.
Right, so Davie and Brandon, what city did Logan Paul fly to straight after his match with Ricochet?
Have you got this, Brandon?
I'm gonna say Detroit.
No. They were in Detroit.
No answers. He's giving this answer now.
Brandon.
Kate and Bruce.
Martin, you were talking to Brandon when everyone else was conferring, and then asked him to go first. He hasn't even read my messages.
He's been fighting to Benno every time, Dave. He's been going to Benno all the time. That's why I'm carrying Benno here. No offense.
Go on then, Davie.
Well, it's not. I'm going to say Dallas, which is probably wrong as well. But
Kate and Bruce.
We were assuming it was Vegas.
And Benno and Matty.
We've got Vegas, but that.
There's part of me thinking New Jersey, but maybe I'm just staring at Brandon, so maybe that's why I thought that. I'll say Vegas.
It was definitely Southwest.
Well done, Davie. It was Dallas.
Oh!
Well done.
Oh. Well played, Davie. Well played.
Yeah, well played, mate.
Rescued us from the abyss.
Right, this is going to be.
It was like that scene in Cliffhanger when I was holding on for my dear life and that catamaran.
Mike Modest to catch you under the mountain, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, and Adrian Skeet would be there.
Yeah.
So would they mock up a lineup of 2000 indie guys and have Mike Modest in there and see if Brandon can pick it out?
Oh, brilliant. Right. So last question for August, and this is a big one. So get ready. CM Punk wrestled his last match for AEW at All In at Wembley, as we all know. But can you name all the people that it was reported that Punk allegedly fell out with, had bad things to say about, or had altercations with during his time in the company? So I've got down 10 in total. So it'll be a point for each person you can get who CM Punk fell out with or had bad things
This
to
is
say
both
about.
runs?
Yeah. His whole time in AEW.
Did you say there's a total number?
Yeah, 10. 10 I've got.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 9 there, Benno. Who's the other one?
Well, that was quick typing, that, Matty.
Well, Benno's written them all. This should be your time to shine, Benno. I got one. I got one. There's one more, I have a think. It's all right. It'll be an obvious one, this.
There's an iffy one that I didn't include because I don't think anything happened between them and in any AEW.
Ah, that's the one I'll probably just type to you, Benno.
Right. If we all think we're ready, so Kate and Bruce, go with you guys first.
Okay, let's kind of. I don't know if we've got 10 here or whatever, but it's close to it. Okay, so you got both Bucks, Omega, Hangman, Jack Perry, Ryan Nemeth, Christopher Daniels, Miro, Matt Hardy. How many is that? Is that 9?
8. Well, you said 9.
Okay, and then we'll throw Kingston on the list as well.
Always the same.
Right. And Brandon and Davie will go with you guys.
All right, we're going Hangman Page, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega, Matt Hardy, Jungle Boy, Christopher Daniels, Ryan Nemeth, Colt Cabana, and Tony Khan.
Right, Benno and Matty.
We have Chris Daniels, Ryan Nemeth, both Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Jack Perry, Matt Hardy, Hangman Page, Tony Khan, John Moxley.
Oh, Moxley.
Moxley.
Right. So, might be a bit of controversy here. So, for my calculation, Benno and Matty have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We had 10, Martin, with Moxley.
No, I mean, you've given me 10, but you've got 9
Oh,
right.
sorry, mate.
Right.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Kate and Bruce. And then Brandon and Davey got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Davey and Brandon. So I didn't count Colt Cabana because obviously they had beef prior to that, but there was no reported beef while they were in AEW, so I didn't include that one. The Miro one was rubbish because apparently that was just a joke. So yeah, that one didn't count. And Tony Khan kind of got caught in the foray, who didn't actually directly go to attack Tony Khan, as far as I can remember anyway. So what I've got down is Matt Hardy sent home, Chris Daniels sent home, Adam Page, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, Kenny Omega, brawl out, Ryan Nemeth, they had words backstage, Jungle Boy fight, and then obviously you had to go at Jericho and Moxley on Instagram.
Right.
So I think Jericho might have been,
yeah.
Might have been the word into the question. That's what I was trying to say. You already had to go out, yeah. He obviously called Jericho a twat or whatever, didn't he, on Instagram?
Did we get that, Ben? Did we get that one?
Everyone except Jericho. Was it most, Martin, or did we not get a point?
No, yeah, it was a point for each one. So you all got points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to argue the toss. I reckon Tony Khan should count. He punched him in the face.
He feared for his life. That should count.
Feared for his life. He didn't know what to do.
Nah, I think because he got caught in the affray, didn't he? I thought he was like Punk was brawling with Jungle Boy and Tony Khan just got caught in the affray. I don't
Lunged at him according to Dave Meltzer's sword.
Ah, right, okay, right.
Lunged.
Okay.
Lunged
at him.
Keep sources there. But yeah, Jericho's a good one. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, the stooge, apparently. Right, moving into September. And John Cena made his return to SmackDown on the 1st of September. But which character did he voice in one of the big summer movies that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem?
It's got to be, hasn't it, Benno? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he actually promoted this on SmackDown, but this was around the same time that the writer's strike started. So I don't know if he
had time on his hands
or not. Yeah, exactly.
Has it got to be full name, Martin?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. So, Davey, I kind of feel like, sort of like, obviously this year we sadly lost Bray Wyatt. And, some of your sort of like favorite Bray Wyatt moments of his wrestling career. Obviously, we had the Shield, against the Wyatts. That was a classic and things like that. And did you like the whole sort of like presentation of his character over the years?
I mean, it was such an up and down thing. I think there were so many moments where, I was at WrestleMania 30 when everyone was singing "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands," which felt like he was going to be huge, but then lost to Cena, and that derailed him. There were so many moments where I felt he was kind of had the rug pulled under him. The Fiend entrance at SummerSlam when they debuted the character was incredible. Both Royal Rumble matches against Bryan. We recently did a best match ever, Bray Wyatt after he passed, and that strap match was awesome. And I think a lot of people maybe forget about it because it was I think it was right before the pandemic. I think it was the last event before everything, and that match is awesome. Like going back to watch it, and then the 6-man tags against the Shield were just wicked back in the day. So
atmosphere for those as well, weren't it? Off the charts, brilliant.
Yeah, and we've been doing our show Was Next, where we've gone right back to the beginning of NXT, and he's the first character I feel that just works there, and you go, oh, this is ready for the main roster. He even had the presentation was exactly the same, the theme music was exactly the same, the vignettes were the same, and it was just lifting this completely developed character from NXT and putting it on the main roster. Whereas you fast forward, he had all those years where someone would get over in NXT and then they'd completely change everything about them when they're on the main roster, and it would all be a bit weird. So yeah,
it's certainly, an interesting character, that's for sure. So right, we'll go with Benno and Matty first. Who did Cena voice in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem?
Yeah, it's kind of 50-50 this. We thought it was one of Bebop or Rocksteady, so we're going to go Rocksteady.
And Kate and Bruce?
Well, we made a Jose Canseco allusion earlier, and I'm going to make another one and wonder if Cena was following in the footsteps of Elias Koteas by playing Casey Jones.
That's what Matty said.
Davie and Brandon?
I don't watch Ninja Turtles, so Brandon told me it's Rocksteady.
Yeah, sorry, Kay and Bruce, it was Rocksteady. I mean, CM Punk has been on record saying that he'd love to play Casey Jones, so it would be hilarious if Cena.
He would be very good at that. He'd be very good at that.
He would have been furious if it had been seen, though, wouldn't he? Even voicing him in this animated movie. Right, next question for September. And can you name the top 2 merchandise sellers for AEW and WWE for the month of September?
One and two for both.
1 and 2 for both, or just one?
Yeah, one and 2 for both.
And what month's that? September?
It's for September, yeah. And it's 1 point for all of them.
For the record, I like the first April O'Neil over the second one from part 2.
No, they switched the actress. I don't remember. I remember watching them when I was 10 or whatever, but I don't remember switching the actress up. The OG ones, you mean?
Yeah, but I think she's a MAGA chud, though, so points off for her.
Oh, no. That's
she's an anti-vaxxer.
Right.
Did we get a
point
2020?
That's so 2020.
No, it's just a point for the whole thing.
Oh, so you only get 3 of them. You don't get. No one gets a point. Yeah.
No.
Okay, mate.
So it's more like a guessing game, yeah.
Sorry, so we're talking just top for WWE, like one each, just AEW and WWE for the month.
It's top 2, so top 2 for
4.
AEW and top 2 for so 4 altogether. I know a lot of these lists came out. I know CM Punk was like posting lists of things at some point. Right, so Kate and Bruce, will go with you guys first.
I think despite the fallout, I think Punk was probably still in the top 2 in AEW. So I'm going to say Punk and Danhausen, and for WWE, Cody and LA Knight.
And Matty and Benno?
Yeah, we've got CM Punk, but we've got MJF, and it's Cody and LA Knight for WWE.
And Davie and Brandon?
We're going LA Knight, Roman Reigns, MJF, and who are we saying, Brandon?
Mike Myers.
Okay, yeah, we don't,
that's in your house, that, Brandon.
No, all wrong, I'm afraid. For WWE, it was LA Knight and John Cena as 1 and 2.
You give the clue, Martin.
And
it's the last question.
Yes.
And for AEW, as AEW, the brand was number 1. And CM Punk. CM Punk was number 2.
Question that one.
We can't all be about Roman Reigns, I'm afraid. Sorry.
We've heard how Thurston breaks these things down, and he puts the branding stuff on the side when he's doing these breakdowns.
Oh, I got that from Brandon. That was from Brandon Thurston. Yeah, he put number 1 AEW the brand for September. Yeah, so. Anyway, so last question for September. New Japan presented Destruction in Kobe with Will Ospreay retaining the IWGP UK Championship against Yota Tsuji. But how many title belts do New Japan have in total? Tag belts, singles belts, how many title belts do they have in total? We'll just need the number.
So
Right
does
now.
tag belts count as 1 belt or 2 belts?
One belt, yeah, one
Okay, so
combined championship, yeah.
Gotcha.
And is this now or at what point in time?
This is as of recording the show,
Okay.
according to New Japan's website, anyway.
You referred to, just because you brought it up, you referred to the Osprey US, UK, now the global one. We're counting that as all one, I'm assuming.
That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben, see if I'm right here. Let me write these. And then you add the rest that I've missed out here.
Okay, good.
Give us a sec, Martin, if you don't mind with this one.
No, go for it, yeah.
This is great.
You got them?
I'll message you back.
Go ahead, mate.
All right, is everyone ready? We'll go with Davie and Brandon first.
Yes. I've got 11.
Okay, and Bruce.
Oh God, we've scribbled them all down here. We've got to count them all up.
I think
Kate, do you have
we
a
got
count?
10. I think we got 10.
Shout out DJ Scribble.
Benno and Matty.
Think you want to check my my math there because we repeated a couple.
Go to the other team and I'll triple check your math.
Okay.
Yes.
there.
Check.
Right
VAR.
there. Do you want to go with that?
No.
Yeah,
we have 11. We have 11 in our list.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, we have 12. We have 12.
Oh.
We going with that, Ben?
Yeah. Oh, is it us? Sorry. Yeah. Go with that.
Yeah. We've got 11.
Right. So the only one with the points is Kate and Bruce. It was 12, so good last minute adjustment there, Bruce.
What are we missing here?
Watching all of those KOPW defenses pays off. The KOPW was the sneaky one there.
Yeah.
So what I've got down, according to New Japan's website, is obviously the heavyweight, the junior heavyweight, the United States, the never open weight, the World TV, the strong open weight, the women's title, the women's strong open weight, the junior tag, the heavyweight tag, the strong open weight tag, and the never 6-man.
Yeah.
Does that all make sense to everybody?
Yep.
A lot of belts,
Yeah,
man.
good.
Too many.
Oh, I know. A lot of
What about the
belts.
Western States title? What about that?
Right, so well done, Kay and Bruce, for that one. Moving on to October, and we've got our fourth and final guest.
What's good, party people? It's your man, 50 Grand, the Godfather, Nate Milton, stopping by with the next question for the quiz. Hope everybody's having a wonderful and safe holiday season, whether you're gathering with family, friends, loved ones, or, maybe you're just out with Heidenreich, hitting the town, looking for weed and women, wherever you may be. But be that as it may, let's get to this question. So, the man called Sting announced his retirement this year, saying his last match will be at AEW's Revolution 2024. Now, only 2 Sting matches have received 5-star ratings from Dave Meltzer, which is crazy. I'm editorializing right now. That is ridiculous. It's ludicrous. It's blasphemous, Dave. But it is the holidays, so we don't need no hateration and or holleration in this dancery. So I'm going to keep it professional. So, again, only 2 Sting matches have received 5-star ratings from Diamond Dave Meltzer. Can you name them?
Thank you so much, Nate Milton. Merry Christmas to you, mate. And thanks for that's our final guest question of the evening. So Nate said there, obviously Sting's going to retire next year. But which 2 Sting matches have received 5 stars from Big Dave Meltzer?
Don't you reckon that one, Ben?
I was going completely opposite direction to you.
It's only because what I've just said there, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Maybe that'd just be the biggest. Ooh.
Have you been an LA Knight guy this year, Matty? He's had someone who's had an incredible rise and who seems to have sort of like, just given every opportunity that's been given to him.
I'm just glad they've gone with him, to be fair, because and he's one of them wrestlers I always say, he doesn't play the part of glad to be there and he's happy for all this. He's saying, he deserves it, and fair play to him. He's done amazing, and let's just see if they continue. We got the match at Roman, of course, but it's going into WrestleMania now. I think him and Logan Paul's rumored, so maybe he wins a single title for the first time. So yeah, hopefully he does. Still open.
Yeah, that makes sense, wouldn't it, for Mania, him against Logan Paul, man? That's sort of like a big name for him to beat, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because you speak to fans who maybe are a bit checked out and they can't believe that Eli Drake is so over in the WWE world. They just can't get their heads around it.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it, when you think back to Eli Drake.
What it is, though.
It is. Right, so Brandon and Davie, which two matches did Big Dave give Sting 5 stars for?
Brandon, you got this?
I can only name one. I don't remember the other one, but I think it's Sting and his all-star band of renown versus the Dangerous Alliance. I think.
Oh,
and,
you're
Bruce.
right. The okay.
Yeah, we had trouble with this one. We're maybe the Sting Darby versus Jericho and Guevara one, and then I was thinking of the Flair title, but I don't think we're right on this.
Benno and Matty.
Can I go with that one, Benno? Because I reckon that's a shit, that one I've got.
Okay, so we're saying Sting Squadron Dangerous Alliance, definitely. That's definitely
IWC War Games match, definitely.
Yeah,
and
badass match too.
Yeah, and I think, but I think it was Sting. It's the Forbidden Door one. Is it a trios where it's the Young Bucks and I can't name who the partner was, but I remember the spot with the double super kick and he no shoulder. So it's Darby, Sting. Is it Tanahashi? I'm not sure. I can't. I just know because Meltzer gave it 5 because the Bucks were in it. Basically, that's why what I'm saying. I know if you're going to take that, obviously I understand if you don't.
Probably be with man in that case. I've got a recollection of it though.
No, I'm the only ones I've got down are War Games 91 and War Games 92. So you have got a point. It was a point for each. So
okay,
Davie and Braden have got a point, and Matty and Benno have got a point. But yeah, I've not got any AW matches down for him.
I'll hold my hands up there. I thought
you were thinking Young Bucks ELP versus Shingo and Sting Darby, I think was the match. But I don't know what that is.
If it got less than 4, I'll eat this hat on the head.
You promised that a few times, haven't you? Weren't that for that other Gable Stevenson? He was going to be a big star or have a world title match. Or was that Benno eating his hat? I can't remember. That was
and that's a bet that'll last for a lifetime.
Yeah. Long standard, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 4.5, Matt.
Was it?
Yeah.
4.5. Yeah.
Let it play out. Let Gable Stevenson's career play out.
Or not.
He's got the charisma. He's got the charisma of a sock.
Sorry, what was the other thing, one, Martin? Was it another War Games, did you say?
91.
Sorry, yeah, War Games 91.
I don't remember.
And War Games 92. Right, so next question. NXT presented Halloween Havoc with Ilya Dragunov beating Carmelo Hayes in the main event. But what was the main event of the final WCW Halloween Havoc in the year 2000?
Oh, God.
One of my favourite matches, Martin.
I was going to say, redeem himself.
Wow.
Bruce is shaking his head furiously there.
Were you a WCW guy, Bruce?
No. I don't even know that it really was on the air or if it was even really on my radar, in Vancouver during the prime Nitro era. And if it was, it just really wasn't kind of part of the mix of mine and my friends watching. So no, I mean, I knew that the Monday Night Wars were going on and I'd read about them online, but in terms of actually watching the television itself, it's all been very much catch up for me. I as I say, I've said on Postmarks a couple of times, I've faulted this to the fact when I was a little kid flipping across WCW on the channel and just seeing one of the Dungeon of Doom spots with, Hogan wandering around, with all the dry ice and everything, and just kind of going like, wait, this is the serious root and tootin'
Yeah,
old
what the
style
fuck is
stunner
this?
wrestling that
Yeah.
everybody likes to talk about. So I
How
just
dare
I
you
just-
hate that era of professional wrestling in WCW? How dare you?
It's
Golden
quite
age
easy
of
to hate. Hulk Hogan getting baptized, yeah. Right.
With a do-rag.
Yeah. Right, Davie and Brandon. What was the main event of WCW Halloween Havoc 2000?
We're going Goldberg versus Chronic.
A handicap
Benno and
match?
Matty.
Yeah, Goldberg versus Chronic.
Kate and Bruce, was this on your radar at all?
I'm just throwing Nash and DDP against a wall. I have no friggin' idea.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, it was Goldberg versus Chronic. That's
Five-star
the
match,
state
Matty.
of, yeah.
Short and sweet, Benno. None of this 45-minute stuff.
Last question for October. Impact announced they were going back to being TNA, but what year did they rebrand to Impact Wrestling? So it's for me, it felt like a lot longer than it actually was. Chris Elliott said Nash and DDP versus the Wall. Yeah, that'd be another great handicap match. 5 stars.
It's the Wall.
That's one of the best ever, Brandon. Honestly, he must have had X-ray vision there, Hogan, to see him. That was so good.
He's just standing there on top of him.
Yeah.
Was that Club La Vila?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear.
What a time to be alive.
Right, Kate and Bruce, what year did they actually rebrand to Impact Wrestling?
I'm right on the edge about this one. I think. Okay, sure, Kate. If you think so, yeah, we'll go with 2016.
And Benno and Matty.
Do you want to guess about
17, I'll say. We were hovering between the two, but 17.
And Davie and Brandon.
We're going 2017.
Yep, sorry, Kate and Bruce, you were just a year out then. Yeah, it was 2017. So points for Benno, Matty, and Davie and Brandon. Right, moving on to November now. And CM Punk, that man again, returns at Survivor Series. But the last time Punk had been in a WWE ring was the Royal Rumble 2014. But who eliminated him from the Royal Rumble match in 2014?
Done. Is that right, Matt?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is according to Wikipedia, so
yeah,
that's where I got the information from.
Now I'm
The
just
answer's
thinking about.
Dr. Chris Sampson.
Did you
Yeah.
did you donate when you were looking up that question on Wikipedia?
Oh, God, yeah. Can't get rid of that now, can you? Sorry, Bruce, what were you going to say?
Oh no, I was just the question about TNA changing its name. I'm just remembering that incredible back in the Law days, that incredible, it's so hard to say goodbye to TNA, to the tune of the Boys to Men song that Nate Milton put out. That
I've
year.
never
That's
heard that. I need a
that's
copy of
gem.
that.
Or excuse me, not Nate Milton, Braxton Witherspoon and the Smart Marks, of course.
Right. Oh, I need to listen to that. That's fantastic. Go on then. The world's biggest CM Punk fan, Benno and Matty, who eliminated him from the 2014 Royal Rumble?
That's got to be Kane.
Kate and Bruce.
Yeah, the Big Red Machine.
And Davie and Brandon.
Yeah, Kane. Illegally, as Frank points out in the chat.
Right,
Yeah,
illegally.
Was that corporate Kane or
Kane? I was going to say that.
Was that corporate
Both.
Kane or extra crispy Kane?
No, it's Spanish Kane, I'm afraid.
How good was Nate yesterday playing the fireman?
Yes, very good.
Fire.
So, second question for November. Which AEW star featured in the horror film Night of the Missing? Snuck off to make a horror film.
Was this straight to video on demand, this movie?
I think it might have been on Shudder, actually.
Mm.
Oh, Screenbox, sorry, that's Shudder's rival, isn't it? Screenbox.
What about Redbox?
The synopsis for the film is: a secretive small-town sheriff gets a visit from a mysterious woman who recounts bizarre stories involving missing all caps persons.
Oh, is it an anthology horror? Oh, lovely.
Mm.
You know it's the mark of quality when.
Yeah. I don't know, Bruce. VHS is kind of good. I mean, some of them are hit and miss, but some of them are pretty good.
They're worth a crack. Yeah.
Sorry, what was the movie called, Martin?
Night of the Missing. Is that so Brandon can type it into his
into IMDb, I guess.
Yeah, he's running out of money after giving all those donations to Wikipedia tonight. They've never had that.
Do you reckon that then? You going with that, or is that too obvious though?
It's as good a guess as I'd have.
I think a lot of people are going to go for the same
Sorry,
person.
I
So,
yeah.
Go on then, Benno and Matty. Who was this AW star in Night of the Missing?
Is it Chris Jericho?
Yeah, probably.
Kate and Bruce.
Sir Strickland.
And Davie and Brandon.
We'll go Ryan Nemeth.
I think Kate nailed it.
Yep, she has.
Yep, well in Kate.
All those hours of AW this year paid off. Did he even, has he even mentioned it on telly or anything, Kate?
Not on television. He has mentioned it in his Instagram.
Right, got you.
There are a couple of clips which don't make. I mean, I'm a horror fan, but like it doesn't make me want to rush out and see it.
No, not at all. Yeah, Screenbox is a poor man's Shudder, I feel. But anyway,
Shudder's good, man. And well,
yeah, fantastic. Some great stuff on there. Some great horror Christmas movies on there as well, Matty. Right. Anyway, last question for November. Who won the All Japan Triple Crown at Giant Series Day 6 on November the 5th?
Where's JP again?
Yep.
I know. This is a good test of whether I've been listening to him.
I was going to say that.
Just listening to JP full stop.
What's the date on this one?
November the 5th, so Bonfire Night, Guy Fawkes Night.
I think I do know, Matt.
What about Fry and
Just for
Lowry?
the Brits.
Can a text bash heel, Benno?
Yeah, he'd know, wouldn't he?
He would.
We had a great time, me and Bashiel / Chris Lene all in singing along to Seek and Destroy and Jericho's theme. I think he videoed it so everyone heard my beautiful singing.
You sat with him, were you?
Yeah, we had a spare ticket, me, Lisa, and a bunch of my friends. So he was saying, "Oh, I'm going to wait to buy a ticket," and I went, "Oh, well, there's one with us if you want it." So
oh, brilliant!
Got a free beer out of it as well. So awesome.
Hey.
There's always a man who's got plenty of beer, isn't he? Good old Chris.
Oh yeah.
I sat in about 5 different seats at all, and I just kept moving around trying to find the best possible. There'll be more of that next year. Sit wherever you want, probably.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, bloody hell, you'll be able to sit wherever you want, won't you, next year? Right. So, Davie and Brandon, who won the All Japan Triple Crown in November?
Go ahead, Davey. Tell him. Split that.
Miyahara. No idea. Miyahara. Let's go for that.
Okay, and
I
Bruce.
was going to say Costa Philippines.
I'm pretty sure this is Nakajima defeating Aoyagi after Aoyagi had defeated Kento quite recently before that. I think this is the one we're talking about in November. So Nakajima.
And Benno and Matty.
Yeah, hopefully I passed the JP test here because I'm pretty sure we reviewed this Nakajima.
Yep, it was Nakajima. Well done, Kate and Bruce. And
you do, Benno. You do listen. I like
yep,
it.
You do listen to JP sometimes. Right, we're on to the final month, so it's coming down to the final stretch now. And right, this is one for Matty, and if you get this wrong, you've got to hand your membership card in. As of December the 16th, how long has Roman Reigns been Universal Champion?
Oh, man.
Closest, though, bang on the money gets the point for this one.
As of December the 16th.
Yeah, so you can tell that's when I wrote the question.
Right. So when was he on telly last? It was last week. What date?
He was bragging about a number earlier in the year, wasn't he?
He was. Oh, wait there. Sorry, give me a sec. I need to get a calendar up. No, that's not cheating. Sorry, that sounds like I'm cheating there.
He's got them all marked down, hasn't he, Benno, on his calendar? Roman, 100 days, 200 days. So you said you've not watched any WWE this year, Kate. Have you not caught any of the Roman Reigns stuff or the Bloodline stuff or any of that? Is it the Sami Zayn match or anything?
I did watch for a couple months. I think the Elimination Chamber was the last PLE that I watched, and I think at about the time of WrestleMania, just for a few reasons, I kind of said, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone sticking around in the chat. I know we're going mega long on this thing. I kept looking at the time and I was like, wow, is it 10:30 already? So, yeah, thanks for everyone sticking around in the chat.
I'm going to do my Christmas shopping after this.
What are you getting?
24-hour Asda.
Oh, wow. What are you getting this year, Ben? Are we going with the traditional turkey or?
Oh, that'll be my mum's job, man. Just for snacks and stuff, I think.
Right, yes.
Nice festive pork pies and things like that. That's my plan tonight.
Yeah, Ben, you going with that one in the chat?
I'm sorry, I forgot we were playing.
Thinking about his snacks.
Still the Roman Reigns question? No, whatever you think, mate. Honestly, I defer to you, honestly.
Right, have you got a number, everybody? Right, so Davie and Brandon, on December the 16th, how many days had Roman Reigns been champ?
Gonna go 1,291.
And Kate and Bruce?
I think it's a little lower. I'm going to say 1,205.
Matty and Benno.
I agree with. By my math, me and Kate are spot on. I've got 1,205 because I'm pretty sure watching SmackDown last week, I could just hear Michael Cole saying 1,204 days, which is the 15th. Add a day on, which is the 16th. So I'm pretty sure me and Kate are right.
Oh, well, you're not bang on, but you are both the closest. And it's literally by a couple of days. It's 1,202 days. So well done, guys. Brilliant.
Sorry,
work by
Brandon.
Kate and, yeah.
Brandon said 1,200. I overruled him. Sorry.
But great work. Great work. So points there both for Kate and Bruce and Benno and Matty. Right. So Cody Rhodes appeared on the Michael K podcast, but who did Cody say was the MVP of WWE for 2023?
Got that, Ben. Got it?
They kind of get really hard in December to do these questions because they're all going to be in recent memory for everybody.
Do you agree?
Yeah. No, I don't, but yeah.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw this quote come out.
Oh.
From
Sly on Braun Strowman, Ben. I thought you liked him.
Peter Avil.
Right, go on then, Benno and Matty. Who was the MVP that Cody was talking about?
To give him his full name, it's Seth freaking Rollins.
Kate and Bruce.
Yeah, that's who we had as well. Rollins.
Davie and Brandon.
Brandon.
Seth Rollins, or what was his government name?
Colby Lopez. Yeah,
Colby Lopez.
What's his Armenian name?
One half of Do It For Her.
Right, so last two questions. As of recording, who is the PWG champion?
Is it that?
Has anybody watched any PWG this year? Even you, Bruce, have you watched any PWG this year?
I did. I got the Blu-rays of Bola. Brought them over to a friend's house. Cracked open some fine whiskeys and enjoyed an afternoon over
That
there.
sounds
awesome.
like a great afternoon, that Bruce. I like that.
Any good? Any good? Did it live up to the other years?
It's I mean, it does. Like, it's weird because I mean, the move in venues has made a little bit of a change in mood, and the fact that as so many people have said, you are seeing wrestling of a PWG quality, every Wednesday and every Saturday. So while there is a lot of good and interesting stuff still happening there, it doesn't have that same sort of kick and oomph that it did 7, 8, 9 years ago when you would get, you'd wait for, 3 months to get the Bola DVDs in the mail. And then you knew this is going to be the best wrestling outside of Japan I'm going to see all year, So it's still very good. And it's interesting to watch, who gets picked and things like that. And obviously like this year, Brian Keith, did well in it and everything like that. So, there's stuff to watch in it, but it doesn't have that same sort of like, oh my God, raw underground, this is the real uncut shit that you're getting feel that it used to, unfortunately.
Everyone kind of stole their template as well, didn't they? Of like, putting these big tournaments on with all the hottest stars of the indies, and everyone started doing that around the world. So it wasn't as special, Bola wasn't as special anymore, was it? So yeah. Right, go on then. Davie and Brandon, who's the current PWG champion?
Gonna go with Speedball.
And Matty and Benno?
Benno, we've got two. What do you reckon? Do you want to go?
I don't want
with
to take
mine,
the blame if I'm wrong here, but I think I'm right.
Do you want me to go mine or yours?
What's more important to me, being right or you being
Winning.
mad at me? I'm gonna go with mine.
Ben! Oh God!
Really getting on the Ogden there. Okay, no, go with yours. Go with yours.
Are you
Go with
sure?
yours, go with
No,
yours.
are you sure?
Go with yours.
Go with your gut, not with your heart.
Yeah, I've got Speedball.
And Kate and Bruce.
I think it might be Garcia.
Ben.
Go on then, Benno. Who was the one you were gonna say?
Fucking Daniel Garcia, wasn't it?
And it's fucking Daniel Garcia.
That was worth it, to be honest. I just like that I beat Matty. I don't care about the game.
Oh my God, I feel so bad. I genuinely do.
You've been the Andy Ogden this year.
Yeah.
Right, final question. And if anybody gets this, I'll be amazed. What is the highest rated event of 2023 on Cage Match currently, as of recording this right now?
Event.
I was looking at matches when we did the grapple thing, and there was I'll message him up, but there was.
Go on then.
I mean, if we go by individual match ratings, it's apparently NXT, but sorry, being salty.
Not an obvious one.
Do you know what it was called though, Ben?
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah. So maybe go for something more obvious if you can think of something.
Tense on this final question now. So go on then, Davie and Brandon. I think we've had enough time now.
Which one are we going with there, Brandon?
Yeah. Go with the last one you just said.
Okay. AEW Revolution.
And Kate and Bruce.
Now, I'm not sure how much of a stickler you're going to be with the full name for this, if we are correct, which I'm not sure that we are. And if it's what I'm thinking it is, I reviewed this show. I think it might be Stardom's All-Star Grand Queendom, if that's the name of the show.
And Benno and Matty.
We agreed on Queendom.
What do you reckon, Benno? What do you reckon?
I think you go for a guess so what I was saying to Matty was I noticed in the top 10 matches of the year, that Rocky Romero was it Sin Cara match was like the number 2 match of the year completely randomly. So I was wondering whether it might be something CMLL, but I wouldn't be able to name the show. So go on, Matt, just throw it out.
Do you want me to throw that last one I sent you? No?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. All Out.
That was my other guess. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm afraid, guys, you've all got it wrong. It was Friday Night SmackDown from the 25th of August, which had a whopping 9.46 rating.
What was the main event?
What's the main event on that?
LA Knight against Finn Balor. Do you want the full?
Just the full card. Just the card button.
Rey Mysterio against Grayson Waller. Io Sky, obviously with Damage Control against Zelina Vega to win the Women's Championship. Street Profits against the Brawling Brutes in a Terry Funk tribute hardcore match.
Oh, it's the Bray tribute show, right?
Is that
what it is?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What is that? They had a Terry Funk hardcore match.
Yeah.
Terry Funk.
Right.
The same week.
Yeah,
makes a lot more sense.
I'm glad you've clarified that now, Davey, because I was looking through it and I kept putting it all in the system and I was like, that cannot be the highest rated fucking thing on all these amazing events we've had. So, right, so that's the end of the quiz, guys. If you won't mind just chatting amongst yourselves while I adjudicate and put all the scores together. But thank you so much for taking part and good luck. I'll be about 2 minutes.
Done a professional
No,
job.
thank you. No, thanks for coming on, Matty. I know it's Christmas, it's busy. I know everyone's busy, and we've spent 2.5 hours doing a quiz, so I appreciate you all coming on.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Kate,
Thank you.
Kate, can I ask what your cat's name is?
This is Lulu. There's a few of them around, but she is the one who always. She's actually late. She is on collision course every week. When she sees the light over my desk come on, that's just it. Like she knows that second that it is time to greet her fans. Yeah, Collision Cats has become a thing.
A lot of our grapple streams have my cat just walking across the desk in front of me here, pulling cables out, just anything. A tail will just wag in front of my face. Anything for attention.
She managed to sneak over like in the middle of a live broadcast. She got the light with her tail, and so like I'm literally like I'm talking too, so I'm like I'm trying to make a point and hold on to the light at the same time. So all sorts of fun. Yeah.
Benno, what kind of party food did you get for Christmas?
I'm going tonight. So
you're going tonight.
I'm gonna go the 24-hour Asda on up the road from me and fight it out with the other people who were there. I think it won't be too bad. You know, Thursday before Christmas, midnight or so, it won't be so bad. It'll be okay. What's everyone's top part Christmas? What's the best part of a Christmas dinner? What are we saying? What's the number one? What's the best ingredient?
Sausages wrapped in bacon's pretty good.
Pigs in blanket, Davey.
Yeah.
I think I'll be bored. Yeah, I think that's the worst part. You know, I could go without the turkey.
No, there's not Christmas unless you have a turkey for me.
Potatoes for me, I think that's kind of boring too. But like, if they're good,
I just got my turkey today. Turkey and a prime rib for Christmas.
That'll be good. I look forward to the Instagram story, Davey. That'll get me going.
So what's different on the American, Canadian like Christmas dinners then? Because obviously you have Thanksgiving. What's different to our?
It's not that different, really, because most people in Canada, like the plurality of people are of English descent. It's funny though, because when I was growing up, it was more common. We more commonly had a goose than.
Okay.
Cat's at it again.
No, yeah. Someone else needed me.
Great payoff to a bit.
Yeah.
For Canada.
Right, guys, I've got the scores ready.
Okay.
And it's a close one. It's a real close one. So in third place, Kate and Bruce with 31 questions answered correctly. Well done, guys. 31. Good comeback towards the end there. And this is really close. There's only 2 points in it.
Wow.
In second place, he's not done it 3 years in a row. It's Benno and Matty with 39.
No.
And in first place, Davie and Brandon with 41.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. Well done, Davie and Brandon. Well done, Benny and Benny.
Ben, I apologise, mate.
How
I
many
tried my best.
cooks have you got to see one with? That's fine.
I know. At least that just wouldn't have been. We still would have lost by one.
Yeah, it's all good.
Well done, guys. It's taking part that, yeah. Nobody.
Oh
cares
no,
about
Matt, it's
that,
not.
do they?
It's not. It's the winning account. It's not this.
And
But no,
if
glad
you
to be
check,
on.
if you check the description of this show, we will have the entire search history of Brandon, New Jersey's phone to prove that we did this by ourselves.
Weirdly enough, it's just all Chief Keef lyrics, but anyway.
Mike Modest. Yeah.
With a bit of Adrian Street in there, Matt. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah. How many days has someone been champion for an Impact? Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's too.
How come Mike
You know what
Modest
the
hasn't
answer
gone
again, Brandon?
cameo?
Can you obviously know it, so I'm sure you can say it on command. What was the number?
I forgot.
I think he said Mike Modest was the Impact champion in 2010 for 355 days. That was it.
Great stuff, guys. Thank you so much for doing this. Shall we go around the horn? Everyone getting their plugs. Obviously, Merry Christmas to everybody. Thanks everyone for listening in the chat. Eagles don't hunt flies every month. What about you? What's happening at Grapple, Benno and Matty?
Benno, you take it away.
Yeah, as always, thank you, Martin, for having us. Thanks for being the best host in the world, in my opinion. You did a great job again tonight. Thank you to Bruce, Kate, and Davie. That's everyone. So yeah, over at Grapple, patreon.com/Grapple for all that stuff. Love you, Brandon. We get all that stuff there. YouTube.com/@Grapple. We just put out the Grappy and the Crappy Awards, where we talk the best and the worst of the year. So check all that out. Also, Ask Grapple will be next week as our Christmas Q&A party. So yeah, that'll be live, free for all on the Grapple YouTube. So definitely check that out.
Always a good time, those Q&A parties. Yeah, definitely check that out. And Kate, what's been going off on Collision lately?
Well, you could find out. We are doing our last Collision course of the year on Saturday because, of course, we are preempted by the pay-per-view on the 30th at World's End. But you can catch us every week. We are on with Collision Course right after the show ends, so like 10:05. You can also find me on Twitter. I am She Rants About Wrestling, which is at She Rants MTL. And more importantly, you can see Lulua.
Brilliant show, that UNC, yeah, fantastic show. It's like a combination that, why didn't it come together sooner? You've been fantastic on there. Davie, Poison Rana.
Well, you should all know it by now because you're following this. But yes, we've just done our Christmas party show, which the audio version is now available for all our patrons. A whopping 4-hour show with a multitude of guests. It was so much fun, a load of games. So give that a listen, or better still, check out the video version, which is a lot more fun. And then, yeah, we've got our best match ever, CM Punk WWE first run coming up in between Christmas and New Year. So get us all your suggestions for your best CM Punk WWE matches. And then we'll be starting our best match ever of 2023 in the new year. Hear us on John and Way's Post Wrestling Best and Worst of Show. And yeah, just check out everything we have over at poisonrana.ca.
And Bruce.
Yeah, the latest episode of Postmarks just came out on the Post Cafe feed a couple of days ago, featuring the one and only Chris Elliott, who I think was in the chat for most of
Yeah, what a guy, Chris Elliott. Shout out to Chris Elliott.
Legend.
So thumbs up to him. Looks like I'll be sitting in the big chair alongside John and Way for the Wrestle Kingdom review coming up in a few weeks.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, pretty pumped about that. In addition, if you did get a chuckle out of the Einstürzend Neubauten joke that we made off at the beginning, I, of course, am half of idieudie.com, a blog and website and podcast related to goth and industrial music and whatnot. We've just got our year-end coverage happening right now, our top 25 albums of the year over at idieudie.com.
Yeah, I was checking that out today. I was actually checking out one of the artists you had in the top 5, but we'll talk about that off air. And Brandon, when are we recording the next Eagles Don't Hunt Flies? Do you know what subject is?
Second week of January, right?
Yep. And who are we talking about?
John Moxley.
You heard it here first, folks.
You got me there. Yeah, we are doing John. We're going to be doing John Moxley against CM Punk for perfect timing for it. You know, obviously all the Dean Ambrose Shield stuff in WWE, and then obviously all the stuff in AEW. So perfect time to be talking.
You know,
Moxley.
I apologize. I had a lot of Mike Modest in my brain while you're asking me that.
Of course you did.
You're very modest, Brandon.
But I modest to the top. But I also will turn in my phone for evidence to prove my innocence today.
Which
I am
one?
a man of the faith, the man of the
Which
law.
one?
I am an innocent man. I played on the level today, and I am standing atop on the podium with Davie Portman, and we are the champions, my friends.
Yes. Well done, guys. Well done.
Well done to you, Martin. Thank you so much for doing this.
It's an incredible day.
Always so much fun.
Of course.
Buy the merch on Chops dash.
Yep, Chop Tees. How did we forget that for a shout out? Bloody hell, get all your merch on there, and there might be some new stuff coming up in the new year. So yeah,
mug out
definitely.
there.
Yeah.
Brilliant for your latte habits. Got some future chanclas, maybe.
Some thongs, yeah, maybe. Right, anyway, so of course, all roads lead to Poison Rana at Poison Rana on Twitter and YouTube, and check all that good stuff out. Everyone have a great Christmas, New Year, however you're celebrating, or if you're doing a WH Park and just having the day off work, enjoy doing that as well. So, yep, hopefully we'll be back next year, and yeah, we will catch you then. See ya.
All the best.
I bet a bunch of y'all lost money thinking Judgment Day was gonna win tonight, though. Let's go. You feel me? You feel me?
Real glass. Go cry me a river. From the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, the American Nightmare staring at the WrestleMania sign, realizing there's one more step to immortality.
Kyrie has something that I want, and I'm coming to take back what's mine, and that is global recognition of who I am. And you can bank on my name.
Roman Reigns, écoute-moi bien. Demain soir, tes chez moi, tabarnak. Tomorrow night, it's not just Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Tomorrow night, it's Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn and the entire city of Montreal. Roman, you are going down.
Today I terminated Phil Brooks, CM Punk, for cause. I've been producing him on this network for nearly 4 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
This is the biggest thing R.E. Emanuel and Vince McMahon have ever done.
So guess what? You out. And I'm out too. Oh my God! London, England! What a moment! What a night! Because tonight, we're going to thank you, 81,035 fans! The landscape of SmackDown is changed forever! Because Rhea Ripley is in charge!
This past week, we lost two beloved members of our WWE family. Hall of Famer Terry Funk and the one and only Bray Wyatt.
I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money.
And now it's time for the Big Fat Quiz of the Year 2023. And here's your host, Martin Bushby.
Yeah!